This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
At Chipotle, we also have a playlist. Guacamole as it's being hand-mashed. The sizzle of adobo chicken on the grill. The chopping of onions and cilantro. We call our playlist Real. Order now. Chipotle. For real.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
In case you missed it during the break, I'm not exactly sure how we got to this.
I think you said it was a
new feature called Let's Go to Christy's Panty Drawer. I was only kidding. And you said that your dog...
I came out of the shower a couple of days ago and saw my two dogs playing tug of war with one of my pairs of panties.
Do we have any video of this?
A G-string. One of my favorites, by the way. I was so upset.
What color? What color?
It was just beige. It was just a nude color, if you will. So it went with everything.
Really hot.
But
you got to be careful. I mean, I'm serious. You've got to be very careful with dogs around things like pantyhose because they can eat them and they can have severe problems.
Well, I told you I already had the problem with my dog eating the tampon.
You know, you didn't tell us that one, and you really didn't need to either.
Yes, I did tell you that.
Really? I must have blacked out then also.
I had to call the vet. I thought
I've been hungry before, but
I thought she had eaten a piece of string because that's all I saw.
Oh my God!
And when I called the vet, you know, if your dog eats string or twine, it can be very deadly. It can wrap around their stomach or their intestines or whatever. So I called and I had to make her throw this up. So there's a little concoction that you whip up.
That would have taken hard for me.
No kidding. When the tampon came through its throat, did it go?
Now this dog of yours is it a bloodhound?
No.
What kind of dog is this?
You know what kind of dog it is. Don't make me say it.
Okay.
Not a bloodhound.
I have golden doodles, the golden retriever poodle mixes.
Not a bloodhound.
Where do you keep them that the dog
First of all,
has access? Are they like
did I mention
all
that
over
it was
the place?
used?
Oh my God! Hello, hey, check please, driver. Oh, nurse,
Can we get valet parking? I'm out of here.
we're supposed to check. We were supposed to check out an hour ago. Hello.
That's the end of this conversation.
Man, oh man.
It wasn't mine.
Oh my! Oh, wow! Stop! Wow! Where were you guys in a public restroom?
End of discussion. We are changing our ways. I don't want to know whose it was, where you were, how it happened.
Oh, I do.
Oh my
No, that's
God.
No, some people put them in the trash, and that's
that's enough.
okay.
That's all I need to know.
I feed my dogs. I don't know what the problem is.
Your friend didn't have it on.
Now that's
Now
a
that would
friendly
be
dog.
sick.
That would be sick.
That's
a retriever dog.
I mean, my dogs could get a little overly friendly.
My
But
God.
I've never. Boy, that'd be on America's Funniest Video.
Oh yeah, it would. Wow. Playing tug of war with a woman.
Hey,
Give me that
back. Oh, Fluffy just loves string. I blame you for this, Christy.
No, I blame you. You just came in and said, new feature today, Christy's panty
I was just
drawer.
kidding. I thought it'd be funny to. I was wrong.
God.
Sorry.
What I miss?
Hello. How are you? It's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
I like that shirt, Christy. For vertical stripes, very nice.
Thank you. I was just talking to Alan about that. We'll revisit
Looks
it.
like you're about to bat for the Yankees.
Can't wait. Now, coming up, Christy and Vertical Stripe Shirt Talk. That's That's going to blow the lid off. That's going to blow the lid off this place.
You're throwing God.
We got the attitude today. Look,
there's Jeff Oskey. Here's Tom going to talk us all about comedy. Ace is here with the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studio. Go, Tom.
Yesterday at this time, I believe someone gave me this phrase to say. Is it hot in here, or is it just Christy on the toilet? That is.
I don't.
It's not hot.
You know, I agree. I think it's Christy on the toilet.
My point was,
yes.
When I left this morning, my husband said, "Wow, you look so hot."
Wow,
and I go,
"You look really hot." Now that counts as one of the 9 times I have to. One of the 9 times I have to say this.
Now get out. I mean, what did I say?
That's pretty sexy in the morning to say that.
And I go, because I'm wearing a button-down shirt. He goes, "Yeah, you never wear those. I really like that look." It was.
We've discussed this before. That is the look like you had some random encounter, and you wake up, and you're in some strange house. The article of clothing or two you'd been wearing the previous evening has been ripped off in a moment of passion, like that scene in Body Heat in front of the house where he heaves the chair through the door, and then so you've got to wear something. So you go in his closet, grab a shirt, put it on, and then go do what you're supposed to do, which, of course, is make him a nice breakfast. Anyone?
I did not make him a nice breakfast. I came here to work.
Where was the sex part?
Yeah, where was the sex part?
In the previous evening, you see.
No sex part?
Oh, you don't get sex again in the morning when you're wearing the shirt?
What are you, like on a 9-day cycle or something? You don't really...
No, I think the scenario... I'll talk to you, Jeff. I'm sure you've experienced this, where after with your lady, there was some incredibly spontaneous event in which her clothing was not delicately removed, but ripped off, and then she had to get up in the morning and put something on. So she goes in the closet and finds, one of your T-shirts, like a bum equipment T-shirt or something.
I'm concerned about this every time we start talking. You start talking about this sort of thing, and I'm seriously concerned, and I might be the only one. It always ends up in some sort of sexual assault.
Kind of rough.
Like tearing her clothes off and... She really doesn't want it, and you're forcing it on her.
I can't afford to tear my lady's clothes off. If I did tear her shirt off, she'd be like, "Do you know what I paid for that?"
Was it Germaine Greer who wrote the book "All Good Sex Is Like Rape"? Was that
what? What?
Oh no!
I don't know who wrote that book. It sounds right, but anytime we can say the word rape, I say we embrace it. Thanks, Tom.
Maybe I had the wrong title. So, anyways, Christy, the point is. That's a sexy look.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
that. Or kind of professional.
Did he want you to come back to the boudoir? And
I was walking out the door an hour ago.
You got time?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Now, see, I would.
No, Pat, you're not helping anything.
In my life, that's a zombie situation. If I
zombie,
just the other day, yesterday, as a matter of fact, yesterday morning,
Wednesday.
I was up doing my, getting ready.
Of course you were.
Creeping around in the bathroom.
Your devotionals, things like that.
And Kelly walked by, which almost never happens.
Right.
Not a word. Nothing. Not a hello.
Well, she had just gotten in, so
she was a little tipsy.
You think she'd be a little chatty?
Yeah. Hey, you want to hear about my night?
Trash. But it was like
no. You know what's happening there? She's like, if I don't ask him about his night, he's not gonna ask me about my night.
I'm gonna sneak in, go to bed.
She's exhausted.
What is that? Isn't that called hallway sex? You yell "screw you" as you pass each other.
That's not even a hey or good morning or nothing.
Was she getting up? Was she?
No, she'd been asleep, and
so you woke her up.
Yeah,
but I think she woke up on her own.
I can't imagine the noise you make when you're trying to be quiet.
I am quiet as a mouse, and it's it's because of the dogs. Well, my one dog doesn't want to get up anyway, but the other one, if you make any sound, all of a sudden you got a big problem on your hands.
Yep.
So I creep around like a burglar.
Well, my dogs look at me like, "Oh, you're getting up. Well, I'm not moving."
Yeah, well, one of them's that way, but the other one, is everything. Just happy to see you, tail a wagon, and he wants to immediately do some. I got to shh. But yeah, no, I think that it's sweet that you saw your husband and he said something nice to you.
Yes, he's
Do you wake him up? Do you wake him up every morning?
No, he's usually his alarm's going off as I'm walking out the door. But this morning,
that's the way I got her planned. Yes, sir.
I can wake up peacefully.
No, he had
Then
to.
I start the ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
And then Liz has it timed so she doesn't get here. She doesn't get here
Yes.
until she hears Christy's voice on the radio.
Celebrate good times.
No,
Come
he
on.
had to do the early morning airport run this morning for our bonus son. Had to leave
Okay.
this morning, so.
All right. Well,
He was
very
up early. He was up way before me.
Very good. I've got a new thing we're going to try this morning, and no one knows about this.
Oh, boy.
God.
Of course not.
So to make sure that there's nothing up my sleeve, I have done no preparation on this. All right? You understand what I'm saying here?
Yes.
Okay, now.
Are you
Christy-
going to make somebody disappear?
No, I'm going to challenge.
Pick me, please.
It is a challenge for Mr. Godwin. Huh? Okay, now, Pat, let's see. The best way to do this, Christy, you have a stack of stories in front of you.
Yes, I do.
Okay, now I want you just to hold it right there. Don't go through them. And then I want you to give me a number between 1 and 10.
7.
Okay, go to the 7th story and hand it to Mr. Oskey.
Oscar.
Oh, to me?
Yeah, you'll see why in just a second. This is a kind of a magic trick. What is the headline?
You want me to read the headline or
Give it
Jeff?
to Jeff. I want to prove that I've had nothing to do with this. I haven't touched anything. What is
Safe for swimming in America?
Question mark?
Question mark?
Now that's too easy for my challenge.
What's the challenge?
Well,
writing it.
It's going to be.
You can gum up anything.
No,
Pick
you'll
another
see.
one?
You'll see, because that's something Pat would be prepared for. Pat can't have be prepared for this in any way.
He already has a
He already
song
has
for
a
that.
song about that because this involves
Okay.
Pat.
Here, I'll just
give him number.
What do you call
Just
him
pick
this?
one out of a stack.
What are you calling this bit?
Well, I'm going to tell you about it in just a second. What does that one say?
The world's oldest boomerang doesn't actually come back.
Perfect. Okay, good. Now, here's what you've heard of. Chat GTP.
GPT.
See, it's close. Chat.
We've heard of chat. We haven't heard of what you said.
You've heard of something that I've gotten wrong, right?
Chat
all heard of,
GTP.
GPT.
GPT. Let me write this down. See, this is spontaneous.
I think in your head you're thinking STP, so that's why you say GTP.
Chat GTP.
GPT.
GPT. GPT. Okay, so chat GPT.
Yes.
Okay, now I want to introduce something to the world called Pat GPT.
Okay.
Now, the way Chat GTP works is we could ask Chat GPT.
There you go. Very good.
To do something. We could ask it to rewrite that news story, and it would do it instantly. So what I want to do right now is we're going to ask Mr. Godwin, when we come back from this break, you need to have a song about, what was it again? My boomerang.
The world's oldest boomerang doesn't
World's
come
oldest
back.
boomerang.
He gets
I write fastest on my phone, which I left in there, so I will go in there. I will go in there during the break.
Okay.
This is going to work great.
Give him the news story.
So basically, he's got like 20 minutes.
No, he's got to the next break. We will be back in about 6 or 7 minutes.
I'm keeping the time starting right now.
Okay, go ahead, Pat. You can leave and start it. We'll get the story and see. We'll see. This is once again a new thing called Pat GPT.
I love it.
Is the instant writing. And what have you got over there, Mr. McGee? It is.
Huh?
What is it again?
Oh, sports. Yeah. What do we got here? Devin Booker signs with the Suns. We got the home run derby Monday night in Atlanta. Another contestant. Man's on fire. He's on fire, Tom. And
Hot.
Caitlin Clark returns to the Fever, but they lose anyway last night, 80-61 to the Valkyries.
Ooh.
We'll
Day
talk
game.
about it.
Day
We'll talk
game.
about it. Yeah, it started at noon yesterday. It's very good. Yeah.
Now, that also reminds me, the only way to listen to this show, of course, is with those great Raycon earbuds. They're the best.
Raycon's everyday earbuds. The latest model is better than ever. That's right. It's been updated. 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity. You can pair two devices at once. And Raycon has a quick charge function. Just 10 minutes on the old charger, you get 90 minutes of battery. And they also come with an active noise cancellation. And Raycon start at just half the price of other premium audio brands, and available in a variety of vibrant colors. And they also, I've never heard this used, but they do have, it's available, a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds right now. Raycon offering 15% off their best-selling everyday earbuds only at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much. Coming up, we have exciting news from the world of sports and our newest experiment, How quickly can Pat Godwin write a song with his new role as a Pat GPT?
Are you going to have GPT write the song too?
Yep.
Don't tell Pat.
I just did that
did
now.
You?
I just so we'll see how it comes out. It's man versus machine from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hey, that's the spirit. Right now, we're celebrating free with a free STP oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of oil and free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 rotors. Like always, free battery testing, charging, and recycling at every store. Celebrate free at AutoZone, now through July 28th. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
No.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. There's Pat Godwin. Hello, Jeff Oskey. Ace Cosby's here. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. It's always a pleasure to see you, sir. Do we have any exciting NFL news coming up today?
NFL news?
Yeah, I know, because it's kind of, this is kind of that soft season here.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing going on.
You've got your Wimbledon, right. You've got your WNBA.
Yeah, there's nothing.
You've got your All-Star game coming up in baseball.
I could make up an NFL story if you'd like.
I'm just wondering if there's any great news about your team, the Washington Commanders.
All the teams kind of take turns unveiling their new alternate uniforms, which is a long and complicated story. And you'd yell at me before the end of it. So,
yeah, I mean, you get upset about uniforms, don't you?
I like a certain uniform. Yeah, I'm a crotchety old guy. I think all true NFL fans like a certain uniform for their team. Yeah, absolutely.
No, let's just say, if you had $1 billion,
yeah,
would you buy every jersey for your team?
No, I wouldn't.
Because in other words, this is a good test of your taste.
No, I would not.
In other words, you like the away game or the home game uniform more?
I like the home game. The dark jersey better.
That's the one you prefer.
Currently, the white jersey awful. Yeah, see, here we are. Hi, Pat. How's that song going?
Going good. Done.
All right. Done, he said.
Now, we have given Pat a challenge. It's something new.
Well, the clock is still running. We're at 9 minutes.
Okay. Now
9 minutes.
But Pat has sat himself back down. You've heard of a Chat GPT.
Very good.
Which is an AI, artificial intelligence. It can write things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
But we've put down a little challenge here, and I'm calling it Pat GPT. And we gave Mr. Godwin a story he has never seen. Mm-hmm. It's about a boomerang, and who has the story?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, do you want Oscar to read it?
No, you can read it. But Pat has only had a few minutes to get this and write a song about it. So what's the story, Christy Lee?
The world's oldest known boomerang is even older than scientists once believed by as many as 10,000 years. The curved tool was carved from a mammoth tusk and discovered in a Polish cave. It's now estimated to be between 39,400 and 22,000 years old. While it was built to be thrown, experts confirm it did not return to the thrower.
See, this only helps my argument about they don't know how the bones go back together. They misdated this by 10,000 years. How does something like that happen?
Yeah,
meaning this ancient boomerang was likely used for hunting rather than sport.
Yeah, they're hunting for the boomerang.
But this is not in Australia.
No, it was in Poland.
In Poland.
The previous age estimate was around 30,000 years. Updated radiocarbon dating of nearby bones and artifacts, Chick, led to the new timeline. So there you go.
But this is a boomerang made of a
mammoth
tusk. And it was used to hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the picture of it?
I did not.
Yeah, it says whammo.
Oh, really?
Right there on the side.
Isn't a Polish boomerang just a stick?
Pat, now you've had just a few minutes to compose a song about this. I hope you did okay.
11 minutes. And of those 11 minutes, by my count, 11 minutes by my count. For the first time he mentioned it, 11 minutes, and by my count, you've used 5 of them explaining what we're doing.
Okay, well, it's brand new.
Okay.
Now this may or may not work. In the meantime, while you did that, I took the story, loaded it into Chat GTP, and asked it to write a song. GPT. Sorry, the P and the T are very close in meaning. Okay, Pat, what have you got?
Won't come back.
This boomerang won't come back. 10,000 years old. Maybe this relic has a crack. Once upon a time, once upon a time. Wrong chord. It's the wrong chord. Once upon a time, it came back around.
Yeah.
But this one falls right to the ground. Oh, who really needs that?
Who really needs that?
A boomerang should come back.
A boomerang should come back.
Maybe it was used for hunting, caveman on the attack. Won't come back. Won't come back. Won't come back. Won't come back.
Yay!
Oh, I could do it again with the right chords. I made one mistake. Son of a biatch.
Pat, that was great. See, what I'm trying to prove a point here.
Well,
the importance of the creativity of man versus machine. Pat whipped that thing together. He had no knowledge that was coming. Referencing a class. I love that song, the John Sebastian song, the theme to Welcome Back, Kotter, of course. And John Sebastian, friend of the show, very nice guy.
Okay, so what Chat GPT write?
Oh, it's terrible.
Does it have a melody?
Well, no, I don't have. I didn't have time to do it that way. But I'm sure that I can find a program that'll do that. We can try that tomorrow if you like. It's more of a poem.
Oh, what's the poem?
In Poland's depths, a cave concealed, a curving tool, long time had sealed. Already.
So it wrote a.
It's a poem, in effect.
It wrote a poem. Okay.
From mammoth tusk it once took flight, a hunter's aid, not sport's delight. Though boomerang by name it's known, this ancient ark came not back home. Some 40,000 years it lay in silence waiting for today. Australia's boomerang still boasts the art of flight that haunts the coast. That makes no sense. But Europe's tusk-born flightless wing was made to hunt, not loop or sing.
Wow, that stinks on ice.
Yeah, isn't that terrible? Yeah. It sounds...
It's kind of poetic.
Well, of course it's poetic. It's a poem.
Rhymes.
As a rule.
I don't know if it's poetic or not.
Well, not all poems are poetic.
Okay. Half-assed poetic.
I'm with you, Jeff. It's a lot better than I thought it would be.
But there you go. Our new trick, Pat GPT. Pat, an A+.
Yes.
No, missed the chord.
Very
unhappy with myself.
It's 40,000 years old, not 10,000.
It says 10,000 in my thing.
No, it says by as many as 10,000 it was once.
You ruin comedy.
Andy, your thoughts on this?
That's not the only thing she ruined.
It's easy to change it.
Comedy.
Okay, now let's get...
ChatGPT got it right.
Home Alone.
But now, when we do the story again, we'll do it again in an hour. Pat.
10,000 years right at the top.
No, Pat.
What does that say?
What does it say? It says the world's oldest known boomerang is even older than scientists once believed by as many as 10,000 years. It's now estimated to be between 39,000 and 42,000 years old.
I had 6 minutes. I saw 10,000. I went with that.
It was a nice song. We'll do it again later.
It was a great
I want to do it again now. I'm so mad.
No, we're not going to do it now. But that's an interesting story. And there's also the Polish people. I don't know why they suffer all these jokes. It's just not fair.
It's fun. It's fun. I'm Polish.
For those with Polish hair.
For the purposes of this joke, shut up. No, you're. Oh,
you
yes,
are
you
Polish.
are Polish.
Yeah. What was the name getting off the boat for your grandfather?
Kanowski.
You're a Gazunda.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Lots of consonants.
And who changed it to Oskar, your dad?
My grandfather, when he arrived at Ellis. When he got off the boat, he had a little trouble getting work because they didn't like the Polish back then. So
he went to Oskar.
Changed it to Oskar.
And Oskar does sound like Pig Latin.
It sounds, it's made, that's the thing. People are like, oh, what nationality? It's made up. That's the nationality.
So there are not a lot of Oskars out there?
No, if you meet an Oskar, they're related to me.
Okay.
So,
FJ Oskar.
Yeah.
And where's the best place to do that? Prison?
Oh, my gosh.
Now, Jeff having a prison background, what do you base that on? Just his beard? Is that basically
exactly,
it?
yeah.
Uh-huh. That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay, good.
That's what I thought.
Oh, I have a suggestion for something out there.
Yeah?
You watch TV, you see a lot of those commercials for lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know the answer to this. I'm just asking. There are certain lawyers that specialize in motorcycle accidents.
Sure.
The guy with the bike, sure.
Yeah,
and some of them I know are really good. I know a couple of them personally.
Of course you do.
But do you think they should dress as like suits and ties like the typical TV lawyer, or should they wear biker gear?
Well, the guy the guy with the bike wears leather.
Yeah, especially those billboards. Have you seen those?
Yeah. But have you seen the guy? There's a couple guys that don't, and then there's a couple guys that go full Harley
Yeah.
But the problem with that is you can kind of tell it's just some stagehand said, here, put this kerchief on.
Yeah.
Take off your suit, put on the kerchief, and here's a brand new Levi jacket.
Show me a non-time traveler who uses the word kerchief. Can you? I would like to see that. Hey, that's a dandy kerchief you're wearing.
Well, see, this is why
I haven't heard kerchief.
I'm asking questions here. I'm trying to be enlightened.
I think it's weird that they just aim it at the bikers.
Right?
Like they don't have a lawyer who's like in the woods digging a hole. He's like, call me. I murdered my wife and got away with it. I'm the only lawyer that ever has. Like they have, or the DUI lawyer is just driving down the road throwing beer cans out the window.
I've seen that one.
Have you really?
I've seen a TV commercial for not here.
Where a guy...
When I was on vacation, he was the DUI guy.
I'm the guy who drinks and drives. I'll get you off
if you drive into Metro Chicago, every third billboard is a lawyer.
Yep.
I know, I get it. I mean, it makes sense. If like biker guys, that's a whole industry,
right? But that's the only niche lawyer.
I get what you're saying.
Like there's not the guy who's like, I'm the lawyer who drives Corvettes, and I'll sue if you got in a wreck in your Corvette.
How about a guy for the blue collar embezzler? And there's a guy standing there with a barrel. Been stealing from the company? I'm your lawyer.
Exactly.
But pay me first.
Or the arson guy?
Just holding a match.
And who do you suppose is because those are obviously very regional and is there a national one?
Oh, yeah, because I've heard...
Is the bankruptcy guy, is he still out there?
Depends on who you're listening to, but when I was in South Carolina, that same firm is also here.
So they have, okay.
That one guy stands up on top of a semi. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Holds the hammer.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if he's nationwide. I know he's got a pretty big footprint.
Yeah.
But there was one guy that was super famous for bankruptcy law. And Donnie Baker used to always want to use him for everything else.
Peter Francis?
Yes, Peter Francis Geraci.
Geraci, yes.
Yeah, that guy. I don't know if he's still out there, and I haven't seen his commercials lately. But God bless him if he is. Good luck.
God bless.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. If you're just joining us, if you've already been here, hey, thanks for hanging with us. We are coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I look around the room, and I see, there's a Pat Godwin with our new challenge. Did you like the challenge, Pat?
Yeah, it was fun, actually.
We'll try it again.
Terrifying, because I went back there, forgot my glasses, had to run back in here.
You lost a couple minutes.
I lost a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But you did a good job. Once again, it's going to be called Pat GPT, proving once again, what was the story? Was it John Henry with the hammer proving that a man was better than a machine, right? Remember that old story?
No.
No one...
Was that like Pecos Bill and Paul Bunyan and stuff like that? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
coming through.
That's right.
But in any event, we're trying to go man versus machine in the world of AI.
You got to be careful with AI, kids. It has Pat and I married. Did you know that?
Huh?
I put something in about a bio of the show, and it said Christy Lee married to Pat Godwin. I was like, what?
Yeah, I had an even more interesting one.
Oh, really?
I did it on the plane coming back from England over the weekend to see what my connection was.
Right.
To see how it would work out. Wrong gate, wrong flight. And then I double-checked that I put in all the right information, and it gave me wrong information.
Yeah, you have to be very careful.
So,
it's still a machine.
You wouldn't... Why would you tech...
And why wouldn't you use the app?
Why wouldn't you just go to the airline app instead of asking Chat?
Because I was testing it. I had the information right in my hand. I had my piece of paper.
I see what you're doing. I
wanted to see how it worked.
Right.
And it gave me the wrong information.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, but Christy is raising a good point. You don't want to count on it.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to double check. Double check your work, kids.
Have you ever, in the course of your life, have you ever had the thing in which someone gives you a pickup time at the airport and then forgets to tell you that the plane got canceled and you drive out there and there's no one there?
That's never happened.
Never happened
because
to me.
people communicate with me.
Yeah, especially now.
That is overrated, and I resent it. And I don't know why everyone is attacking me this morning.
My soulmate talks to me in the hallway.
That's right, darling.
I count on the cell phones. And people texting me and telling me what I'm supposed to do instead of just guessing or asking Chat G, whatever it is.
No, back in the day, it happened to me.
Did it really?
I don't doubt it for a second.
Now, do you remember the time I told you that Haywood called me on a random night? He goes, "Hey, you want to have dinner?" I said, "What are you doing in town?" He goes, "Oh, well, I had a gig in Columbus, but turns out it's next week."
Once again, not surprising.
No, that doesn't surprise anybody.
Well, we have
kind of a Luddite.
We have a bunch of letters here, and I got a really good one over here. How about you, Chick? You got any good letters over there?
Dear Bob and Tom Show, I'm a longtime sufferer and many-time emailer from Louisville. Go by the name of Jamie. I would love to introduce you to a Cubs player by the name of Seiya Suzuki.
Oh,
Ya Suzuki.
Yes, that's right. Ya Suzuki. Seiya Suzuki. His first name is Seiya.
Seiya.
Okay. So I will put like Saquon. Seiya.
Isn't that a song?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And by the way, Cowboys fan here, I too hate Jerry Jones.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, and I also, I hate him as much as Tom hates the big fat lady for TSA. There you go.
Yeah, a lot of TSA love I'm getting here. Coming up, we have a great letter from Janesville, Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Janesville is.
people.
Sure.
And it's a really fun letter. And we'll be hearing from Matt momentarily, and perhaps from you if you want to get a hold of us. It's Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Right now, if you want to get a hold of peace of mind.
Simply Safe is the way to go, Tom. A system that works to prevent break-ins before they ever happen in the first place. Get peace of mind from Simply Safe. We use Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studios. Most security systems only take action after somebody's broken in. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection. Help stop break-ins before they happen. AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents detect suspicious activity around your property. And if someone's lurking, Simply Safe agents talk to them in real time. They can turn on spotlights, even call the police, proactively deterring crime before it starts. You can see why Simply Safe is better. And it's been named the best home security system of 2025 by CNET, ranked number 1 in customer service by Newsweek and USA Today. Monitoring plans start around $1 a day, and they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. Visit simplysafetom.com to claim 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan to get your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. And remember, 50% off and your first month free. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
We got it right here. The cameras are great. Thank you very much, Simply Safe. Coming up, we have the results of that weird trial in Australia that's getting international publicity where the lady is alleged to have killed her ex-in-laws by serving them bad mushrooms. Mm-hmm. Also, a new Barbie is out there that is somewhat unusual. Uh-oh. And I love the game Operation. With the electric game. I know you're not going to believe me. I'm really good at it.
I bet you are.
I'm really good at it.
You fancy yourself as a doctor anyway.
But I have very, very steady hands, as you know.
We all believe you, Tom.
It's just an attribute that God gave me.
Okay.
There you go.
One of a handful.
That and a giant penis, and you're set, buddy.
Yeah, that's ergo the word cocky.
There you go.
Coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
$1,000.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Jeff Oskey, Pat Godwin, Christy Lee, Ace Cosby. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom. How are you?
Doing great.
Good.
And we were talking about those lawyer ads on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of them that they specialize in motorcycle accidents. Yeah. And my question was a simple one. What do you think? Do you think the guy should dress more bikerish or more lawyerish? Because there's two different approaches.
I thought we covered this.
We decided the biker guy was the guy.
Yeah, the guy that, and again, but sometimes the guy that says he's a biker, you kind of look at him and go, I don't think so.
Yes, but the one we're talking about is dressed as a biker.
Where's the kerchief, remember?
Yeah, but the one guy looks, there's
and
one.
a leather vest.
Yeah, there's one where the guy looks like a stagehand, said, here, put my vest on, and then handed him put this bandana on your head and less Brill cream, pal. Anyway, it reminded me, I saw
Brill cream, kerchief.
I saw this other day. I like to observe my fellow motorists, and I saw this big fat guy.
Yes, I saw this
as opposed to driving and looking at the highway.
Right.
Big fat guy.
He doesn't observe us.
Hey, look at that guy.
Tom, what was the big fat guy doing? Eating?
No, but he was on this. Big Harley and just scary looking dude. But he was wearing he was wearing a suit with this little skinny tie. And I thought, wow, are they the Jehovah's Witnesses? Are they? I don't know. This guy comes to my door. You're damn right. I want to buy a watchtower.
Is there a weight requirement for Jehovah's Witnesses? Maybe
I don't know.
I've never seen a fat one.
I've never seen a fat one either.
Maybe he was just some fat guy with a tie.
Maybe he was going to work.
Wait, he was on a bike?
No, Harley.
Oh, on a Harley. He was probably headed to court.
Maybe.
Well, you know something?
Did he have his pants kind of cinched up at all?
If you get a DUI, you can't you can ride a scooter. You can't. What are the parameters there? I don't know.
Under 50 cc.
In this state.
There you go.
Yeah. And by the way, I want to congratulate the guy that I saw yesterday morning on a black bicycle, wearing all black, driving in the wrong lane with no light and no reflectors. If I'd hit you, buddy, I would have kept going.
Tom, I know it seems like we're picking on you this morning, but you seem to see one of these people dressed in all black. I'm going to say 3 to 5 times
He's
a
up
week.
to no good.
3 to 5 times a week. And he's breaking into houses.
You cannot buy a bicycle in this country that doesn't have a reflector on it. Oh, this guy.
He took them off, huh?
Yeah.
So nobody's seeing him.
Oh, he's doing it on purpose, you're saying.
Case in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm serious.
And then the ladies would walk dressed all in black.
Oh, those walking ladies.
The walking ladies.
Yeah, that does happen.
I think they're trying to get hit so they can call one of those lawyers on TV.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just saying, if you're wearing all black, no reflector, and I hit you, it's going to be a hit and run because it's your fault. Okay?
Yeah, try that in a court of law.
That's why you run away. There's no trial if they don't know who you are.
That's why you peel out.
No trial if they don't know who
They don't ever find hit and run drivers, do they?
I know where the do-it-yourself car wash is. Okay. I thought this through.
All you need is you got a trunk load of bleach in there. Hey, we got a letter, Tom. Dear Bob and Tom Show. Today I saw a video of running the bulls in Spain, which is going on as I'm talking.
What is it?
San Fermin?
San Fermin. Okay.
A cheese festival. This is Gil. He says, I could have sworn I saw Josh Arnold casually downing a piece of pizza when a bull came rushing by.
If there's a way we could get a video of that, I would pay big money for it.
So be honest, come clean. Josh isn't there. He's not on the show this week because he's running with the bulls in Pamplona, isn't he?
I bet he would do it.
Run with the bulls?
Oh, no, I don't. He wouldn't do it.
I don't think he would do it.
You know what I'd do is I'd stand. They have those balconies over the street. I'd stand up in there
watch
and
it.
Everybody. I'd do that.
Josh would watch it. I don't think he'd run.
But I think Josh has a literary background.
I'm a watcher,
and
not
because
a
this
doer.
is famous because of the Hemingway book, The Sun Also Rises, I think he would go do it. And then what happens, people get caught up in it, and they stay up all night drinking, and then they release the bulls in the morning.
They say you can't be intoxicated and run.
Right.
It's part of the rule.
They give everybody.
It's Spain, okay?
Blood alcohol content.
I think it's
breathalyzer.
Oscar, you'd do this, wouldn't you?
No.
Oh.
You and I both know one guy that did it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Frank.
Yeah, Frank. He did it, and I'm guessing he wasn't completely sober.
No, probably not.
Oh yeah. Now, I got another great letter here, Chick.
Go right ahead.
This comes to us from, are you familiar with Janesville, Wisconsin?
I am. I lost it in a divorce.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. All right.
This comes to us from Matt. We were talking about naming cars. You had some article, Christy, about how, what was
People nickname their cars.
Pretty hefty percentage.
70% or something crazy.
But especially younger folks, apparently.
Yeah.
This comes to us from Matt. I have a 1970 Chevelle. Those are awesome, by the way. Named Hank with a 454 BBC. And he says, look it up. I assume that means it's very serious. I also have a 76 Chevy K10 pickup named Fred. Fred was built in the Janesville, Wisconsin GM assembly plant and is named after my wife's deceased grandfather who retired from that plant. My son and I are currently fixing the truck up to be his first vehicle. He's 13 now, so we got 3 more years to get Fred back on the road. Wish us luck. That is great.
That is great. Good luck.
That is so cool. So it's possible that this guy's, would it be great-grandfather built part of that truck many years ago? That's awesome.
I'm surprised you didn't mention your love of the name Hank and the television show that you like so much.
Well, there was a great TV show called Hank.
Hank?
What?
Hank was about a guy that couldn't afford to go to college.
Right.
Yeah.
So he would disguise himself in order to go to classes.
Yeah, he would.
And he had this truck. He would sell stuff, and he was dating the president of the college's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell show was this?
It was a great show. But what's really interesting is the guy that played Hank. I found out a few years ago. There's an interesting book about him. He was actually quite a good actor, and he was a closeted gay man and was murdered in a robbery.
Oh, my God.
Dick Kallman.
Yeah, Dick Kallman. There's a terrific novel about that.
I really doubt it's terrific.
No, it's very good.
Okay.
1965, Hank was on.
I was a kid, but I mean, I really enjoyed it, and it kind of gave you a feel for what college was like. And by the way, it had a happy ending. It had a happy ending on the TV show.
Yes.
He ends up getting a full scholarship to go to college.
Aw. Wasn't that sweet?
But it was kind of sweet.
So just the one season?
Yeah, it was canceled. But this guy was a pretty good actor, but he was kind of like the second tier guy. And but he was in some really big Broadway shows. But he was killed in a murder
in like 1980. Yeah,
it's a fascinating story actually. I'm trying to remember the name of the book.
The story of this show is really, the synopsis is very sad of Hank.
Oh, the real person?
Yeah,
there he
no,
is.
I
There he
mean
is.
the
There's
story.
Dick Kallman.
No, the story. He's orphaned he's trying to help support his sister, so she
Yeah.
doesn't go into foster care, and
he's a great kid.
Is he working at a burger joint?
No, a lunch truck. He has his own lunch truck.
It was voted the second saddest television show of the time.
Other than
the saddest Queen for the
Queen for a Day.
Yeah.
That was saddest.
That was.
Tell us your awful story.
Now,
and
do you know
see
what
if
Queen
have
for a Day was,
what it
Jeffrey?
takes.
No.
Was Hank on that too?
This is true. This because the description of it, you'd say they would never do this. They would bring 3 ladies on, and they would tell their story, and then they would vote. The saddest story would get like a Speed Queen dishwasher or something.
And then they brought her up, put her on a throne, gave her a crown, and named her Queen for a Day.
I mean, unbelievably sad.
Did any of the queens have a black eye?
Oh, shit.
Sorry. Oh, yeah. I'm the one who ruined the show.
Oh, God. Sorry. I'm trying to find the
Boy,
name
when
of the
Tom
novel.
says, oh, God.
Oh, God.
Stop
Is your
talking.
phone on?
I can't get it to stop talking. Stop talking to me.
What happened?
My phone won't
Tom's
stop.
just existing over there. He's having a little trouble.
A Siri issue?
Yeah, sorry.
We'll be right
Don't
back.
say sorry.
Okay. Yeah, Hank. Good TV show.
Yeah.
Aw,
I
it's
thought
a
that'd
sweet
make
story.
you happy. Yep.
Yeah, and a name that's made a nice comeback. The great Hank Green, John Green's brother, terrific podcaster, great guy. Now, let's just move forward here.
Hank is a name making a comeback. Yeah.
Don't you call named Hank?
Don't you call shooting snot out of your nose a
Hank?
Hank?
Yes,
Yeah.
you do. Contextually, that tends to
Gave him a Hank.
dirty the waters of the nice discussion we were just having. When we come back, we'll dip our toes into the world of sports, and we have another exciting song coming up from Pat Godwin. Is that correct? Or are you done for the day?
I'm ready to go.
Pat's stewing over there. Starting next Wednesday night, Mr. Godwin will be live and in person in Sarasota, Florida at McCurdy's.
Yeah.
If you're anywhere near there, you must go see the shows. Is it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
And Sunday.
Oh,
I'm
my
going to be
gosh.
near there. Do I have to go?
You do not have to go if you get with that attitude.
Wow.
Jeez. Way to sell tickets. Do I have to go?
We are coming right back.
Blow the roof off.
These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share a letter or comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Living with schizophrenia isn't easy, especially when you're not getting relief from some of your symptoms. It can be hard when you're still dealing with symptoms, like hearing voices or seeing things that aren't there. And negative symptoms, like feeling unmotivated or avoiding social situations. If this sounds familiar, it might be time to talk to your healthcare provider and explore a different kind of schizophrenia treatment. Discover your possibilities at treatingscz.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Jeff Oskey is here. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. Just to catch up, you had mentioned we had a nice letter from a guy from Wisconsin talking about the fact that his wife's grandfather had worked at the auto plant there, the GM assembly plant, years ago. And he now has one of those trucks from days gone by that he's fixing up for his son, which is really cool.
And did he name the truck after the decedent?
Yeah, after Fred. So that's really cool. And he also has another vehicle, a 1970 Chevelle 454 BBC, and he said, look it up.
BBC?
Yeah.
Sure that's what it says?
That's what it says here, 454. Okay. And in any event, that one is named Hank. And you mentioned the classic TV show, Hank, which was
which no one else saw but you.
Yeah, certainly a different era. Not an extremely popular show, but it was about a kid that's trying to work his way through kind of the American.
A lot darker than we remember, I think.
Yeah, but what's dark? There's a semi-fictionalized account of that actor Dick Hellman's life. It's called Up with the Sun. And it's a really good book.
Is it S-O-N or S-U-N?
S-U-N. It's a terrific story. This guy, that actor was actually murdered in a jewelry theft.
Oh, my gosh.
Fascinating story.
Terrifying.
And there's a lot of other stuff going on.
Was he murdered by a guy dressed in black on a black bike?
No. But we can move forward here. Do you want to get to the mailbag or to the sporting scene?
Well, you got a mailbag? Christy has a mailbag.
And then I got a great one. What have you got?
This is from Sherry. Hello, awesome people.
Sherry!
Hate that song.
It's C-H-E-R-I. Maybe it's Jerry.
Jerry!
I have a pink Jeep.
I bet she does.
Bet she doesn't have a pink cherry. I'm guessing that ship has sailed.
Whoa.
It's not a Poussat?
Her name is...
What?
This is Sherry. I'm going to go with Sherry in Toledo. And her pink Jeep is named Fanny.
Did you say pink Jeep?
Pink Jeep is named Fanny.
Pink Jeep's named Fanny.
He goes, you UK natives will know why.
Oh dear God!
Yeah,
so it's the front naughty.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Fanny here is backside. Fanny there is the front naughty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they switched it around.
Yeah. Ergo, I think the Americans switched it around. I think. But it really changes the meaning of that song. Take a load off Fanny.
Yeah.
What is it? Kind of creepy. That kind of leads to this one. I had been asking about. I think my cell phone may have gone off on the show the other day.
No.
And I was also you were asking why, and because I leave it on, so when my alarm goes off, it wakes me up. And then you explained to me that if you put it on silent mode, the alarm still works.
Yes.
Right.
Well, there should be an asterisk on that thing, then, so it's not really silent. The larger point being, I asked, like if you're in an operating theater,
right?
Do the doctors and do they leave their phones on? Do they ever take phone calls?
Well,
I mean, is it
I'm
like
sure they do.
Hey, Nurse Johnson, hold this guy's heart. I've got to.
Yeah.
I think they're a bit busy.
Well, that's what I thought, but then I got this letter here.
Have you seen the medical shows? Close for me. I have to take this call. Stuff like that. That happens all the time.
Okay, well, that's TV, but this is reality.
Oh.
This comes to us from Nicole. She says, Tom, you were wondering if surgeons have their phones on in the OR. I'm here to tell you, yes.
Blowing the lid off it.
What did she say? In the OR, we answer the phone all the time. The funniest time, a lady was having to reschedule a Brazilian wax. in the middle of surgery. Oh, see, there you go.
What?
Isn't that nice to know?
So her surgeon was having a Brazilian wax later in the day?
Apparently, must have been a lady surgeon. They're very qualified.
Or was
I
the
didn't
lady-
say that. Yes.
Or was the lady having the procedure also getting a Brazilian wax?
Well, that'd be interesting. Hey, wait a minute. Don't take the appendix out till they rip off the first hair-laden strip of wax.
Well, how do they do? I mean,
Maybe-
it's a sterile environment.
We've stumbled
Do they wrap-
upon...
They weren't Brazilian waxing.
No,
the
do
doctor
they wrap
was getting.
their phone in something so they can answer it while they're gloved up and
2-for-1
think about it.
waxing. You
I
get
assume
your-
You're
someone-
the one that says your phone's so full of germs all the
Oh,
time.
I think 99% of all phones are covered in
Well,
E.
then
coli.
why
I
would you
think
bring
it's
it
higher.
into an OR?
Well,
if you're
and
gonna
they
answer
maybe
your
they
phone?
have a sterilization machine like they have at the nail cutting stores.
Nail cutting stores, not the salons.
Salons. You know what I'm talking. What are those places called?
a salon.
Salons. Yeah.
You know, don't they have
The
some
nail salon.
Don't they have a machine like it's a microwave? They put all the metal
Yes.
stuff in, and it.
How does anyone know what you're talking about ever?
I imagine that maybe someone will hold a phone up on speaker to the doctor.
But they still have to hold the phone. That's what I'm
They
saying.
may
And
have
they-
like an earbud.
Yeah, I
Like
guess
how
they could do
every
ear-
person under 30 walks around with one in now.
Can you answer your phone without hands free?
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't use it.
It's like
I
a
don't know.
tap method, yeah.
Oh,
See,
really?
but then you touch it though. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, living with you is like playing a game of charades all day long.
that's right. It's a challenge.
you can answer your phone without touching it. Quadriplegics have iPhones.
Oh,
Hello, answer the phone, stuff like that. Sure.
Okay. Well, we'll maybe someone knows more about this. We'll find out.
Okay.
I believe
good
it's
to
the
know.
accessibility feature.
Oh, okay. Well, very nice. Thank you. Right now, we are accessible to the world of sporting news with Chick McGee. Right over there, I can see him. What's happening?
Veronica Burton had 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and Kayla Thornton had 18 and 8 boards. Golden State Valkyries beat the Indiana Fever in Indianapolis yesterday, 80-61, to spoil Caitlin Clark's return. Caitlin had just 10 points, 4-12 shooting. The Fever scored their second fewest points of the season with that 61. Clark returned after missing the past 5 games with a left groin injury. The All-Star captain participated in practice Monday. First time she'd done that since getting hurt back on June 26th. The All-Star game coming up on the 19th in Indianapolis. Speaking of All-Star games, Major League Baseball All-Star game Monday, Home Run Derby next Tuesday, the All-Star game in Atlanta, and Junior Caminero announced he will take part in the Home Run Derby. That means that the Mariners' Cal Raleigh, they call him the Big Dumper, Tom. You know him. James Wood, Byron Buxton, O'Neill Cruz, Ronald Acuna Jr., and 2 more contestants are still to be announced for the Home Run Derby. Possibly the Yankees infielder Jazz Chisholm Jr. will participate. One of the greatest names in Major League Baseball history.
Jazz Chisholm.
I would think. Jazz.
Surprised they haven't shortened
Jazz
that.
Chisholm.
Yeah, Chisholm.
And
let's write a poem. There
That-
was a man named Chisholm.
Okay, that brings us to Tom Brady and Sofia Vergara. Is that a thing? Well, apparently the internet had me a blast. It's going crazy on the internet, Tom. The retired NFL star and Modern Family actress evidently have been spending some time together. They met at the Bezos wedding, and now they're last photographed in Ibiza? How do you say that?
Ibiza.
It is Ibiza.
Sounds like you've got a lift.
It's Ibiza.
Her
Well, that's
birthday
why
is
they were-
today, I believe.
Well, you should be proud of yourself that you know when Sofia
Vergara's birthday is. That's just because I looked ahead at today in history. So, look at that.
Oh, you're cheating.
There
they are. I don't know who the guy is in the middle, but he's some influencer, I'm guessing. So there you go.
Sunglasses at night.
Sophia
what a douchebag.
Vergara. Yeah, I know.
Anyway, sunglasses at night, just automatic a-hole. Unless you're blind, if you've got sunglasses on, you're a dick. No, it's true.
Yeah,
I thought you loved Tom Brady. You wanted him to come back and win a gold medal for flag football. What happened to all that? Were you trying to call up Sophie and he got in there and blocked you? Is that what happened?
Oh, no.
Boy, she is falling out of that dress in
Oh,
that
my
photo, huh?
No
goodness.
Josh would be
gorgeous.
over the top. He loves her.
He
me
does.
too.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
he
just got divorced from Joe Manganiello
Yeah.
or whatever you say.
So I have a chance?
Yeah, you have a chance.
Oh.
No, not at all.
I hope she has some goggles because Brady's going to shower her with seed.
What? He's going to what?
No, like he's so healthy. I mean, you can only imagine the quantity of.
Okay. Does that change with?
So a vegetarian has more
with fitness. Yeah, absolutely.
Is that right?
Of course. I'm trying to find out if you're right, Christy.
Yeah, I am right because she turns 53 on Thursday. I just read it. That's
born in
today.
1972. Sofia Vergara. She does not look 53.
No.
Wow.
No.
And today is the buck moon. Tom, did you know that?
What's the buck moon?
It's the full moon. The buck moon. It's
Beautiful coming to work. Yeah.
The deer. It's nice and full at 4:37 this afternoon Eastern
Well,
time.
there was a buck on our ramp
You can see
yesterday morning.
you can see
Buck today.
Their
buck on our ramp right here?
antlers are budding.
Yeah, but
God knows what it could have been a guy putting his trash out next door.
No, because
I saw a deer over there with antlers.
Mike Mark saw him too.
Well, what else?
If
is
you got
Mike
here,
Mark
if you got here early,
what
you'd,
else
you'd
is
see
Mike
them.
Mark going to say if you say I saw it? Yeah, Tom, I saw it too. That's right.
Mr. Godwin, did you see it?
I saw him today, yes, at the entrance. Huge buck.
That's right. Whatever Tom says, I agree.
I knew you were going to do that, Chick.
Yeah,
It
well,
doesn't
I don't
bother
want
me.
to disappoint
It
you. I
doesn't
think it does. Go
Sticks
ahead.
and stones may break.
How many different kinds of moons are there?
Okay.
You got your blue
I
moon, your
think
buck
you got
moon,
like one full moon a month, right?
You got your waxing.
yeah.
There you
There's all these new kinds of moons.
Your gibbous. Isn't
No,
there a
they've always
gibbous?
been there.
What you got there, Christy?
A picture for Oskay. It's a picture of Sofia Vergara laying on a
my
yacht.
Lord.
Oh, the one with their butt hanging out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Oh,
saw
you
that.
saw that,
Oh,
huh?
I see it.
That is.
I don't know if Tom
There
can
are
see
some
that.
sites that are pixelating her butt out. And,
Are you kidding?
And she's not like naked.
That's a lot of butt.
Her cheeks
Oh, you mean
out there.
this one?
Yeah,
They're
that's the one.
pixelating
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
want to take a look?
I like there's a couple.
Happy birthday,
That's-
Sophia.
That is nice. There's a couple glacier guys going down that crevasse.
Yeah. I'll
That's
spelunk
a
down
work
that
of art.
thing.
That is.
Do we have an update on the Chihuahua and the crevasse?
No,
okay.
it's the same thing.
Okay, we'll look forward to
Chihuahua saved his owner.
Chihuahua, it died, by the way.
What?
Chihuahua did?
Yeah. You didn't get that?
You see that in the news?
Well, it's best we not report it. Well, it's so far right now as we know, it's a happy story. If you talk about the Chihuahua dying,
They're going to write a book about it.
not much.
The Chihuahua is alive and
Yes,
well.
the
Chihuahua's
Chihuahua's
name?
fine.
Old Yeller.
Oh, yeah?
Now, coming up, what do we have more sports?
Sure. We got a guy on fire, Tom.
All right.
He set himself on fire.
Oh,
On
good.
purpose?
Well,
In
yes.
sports?
Why would you?
I hope it was Djokovic. The sooner he's dead, the happier I'll be. The Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Workplace stress got you down, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe you open up the computer, there's 300 emails, or you look at your calendar and it says, oh, we've got a 4-hour Zoom meeting. This kind of pressures, sometimes it's too much. Maybe this is just one more reason you could use a little bit of counsel, a little bit of therapy. That's what BetterHelp is all about. It's about accessing, I should say, therapy online. And I should point this out, BetterHelp.com is the largest online therapy provider in the world. And the idea is to access mental health professionals by doing it online. And the way it works is, well, first of all, there are 30,000 therapists plus operating on this thing. And you've got more than 5 million people being served globally. The idea is you'll fill out a questionnaire, get matched up with a therapist that is a specialist perhaps in whatever it might be that you want to talk about. And you can switch therapists anytime. No additional fees are involved there. So find out what I'm talking about by visiting BetterHelp.com. I recommend going to BetterHelp.com/BT show. That way you'll get 10% off the fee for the first month. Once again, BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT show. Therapy can be very important. And this removes one of the barriers by making it so convenient. You can do it where you want to, when you want to, when it's convenient for you. BetterHelp.com/BT show. Coming up, that guy is on fire in sports. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Rated T for Teen.
Each year, thousands of adults lose their shred. It's an epidemic simply known as shred loss. But it doesn't have to be this way. Because rekindling your shred is as easy as playing the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. With new parks, cross-platform multiplayer, and sick new game modes, we can put an end to shred loss everywhere. Get the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 and show the world that the shred's not dead. Pre-order Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 and play the Foundry demo.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Howdy.
Pat Godwin.
Hey.
Jess Hooker.
Hello.
Hello, Jeff Hoskey.
Hi there, Chick McGee.
Hey, man. Ace Cosby's here. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Hello, sir.
And greetings to Miss Hooker.
Hi.
That is a great color on you, kind of a peachy, orangey,
It's red.
tangerine-ish.
It's more
Pink
than red.
red.
I think it's more than
I'm
red.
going to say coral.
There you go. That's even
Closer
better.
to coral.
Fuchsia.
Okay. It was red at one time. It's just
There you go.
It's very nice.
worn. Yeah.
Well, you know, Tom has. This is another little-known fact about Tom Griswold. He loves bright colors, so it gives him something to bleach in the wash. Am I right on this, Tom?
Oh, yeah.
For instance, that used to be a bright blue shirt
Yeah,
until
well,
he got a hold of it.
Kind of a bluish gray now.
Sanitary. You put all your clothes on sanitary, right?
Yeah, I like them to boil in there. I want to kill those germs.
That's right.
Yeah, I've seen that commercial. You can do a cold water wash. That's for pansies. Man up.
I bet the power company has you on some sort of special grid.
Oh, I get an award.
I bet you do. And they have a Griswold switch. You kick it up.
No, we were talking off the air about this. I do not, very rarely do I hit that sanitized thing on the dishwasher.
Okay, we're going to stop right there.
We need to address this
We have
on the
to
air
address this.
so it'll finally go away.
Yes. Tom, while he was on vacation, lost his...
the one day he was there, however.
Yeah, whatever.
The
Lost
hour.
his iced tea pitcher. He had a pitcher that he made iced tea in, his carafe, and he's convinced it had broken the dishwasher.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, because the previous one that I had, I took out of the dishwasher here one day, and I immediately put ice in it and the tea, and it exploded.
well, that's because it was hot, right?
Yeah, it wasn't tempered glass.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you can't put
I learned my
cold
lesson,
into
so
hot.
I bought a new one, and
Yes.
but it's gone. And
I just, when you told me about it in the hallway, I emailed our cleaning person, and I'm going to find out if maybe they broke it.
There you go. Maybe it was an accident.
But then Tom says
don't
to
care.
all of us off the air, well, haven't things broken in your dishwasher before? And we're like,
No.
all the
Never.
no.
all the time.
All the
All
time.
the time.
All the time.
Especially you have like wine glasses, which I hate anyway.
How do you have a wine glass?
What's your
problem with
beef?
a good wine glass?
What's your beef with a
Hate
wine
'em.
glass?
I just don't like them. It's a terrible design. The liquid is high off the ground and it's balanced wrong. There's a place I go where they serve iced tea in wine glasses, and I politely ask them, could I please have it in a water glass?
Oh, my God.
I hate having iced tea. I hate wine glasses in
You know,
general.
they have wine glasses, I believe, ladies.
They're
Stemless.
flat. Yeah, they're like a mug.
Yeah, they don't have any. They don't have a stem on them.
Right.
They have,
Stemless, yeah.
You know, you can drink it out of the bottle.
I don't
That's
drink.
glass.
I don't drink wine anyway.
This is when
But
he's
we-
entertaining.
we
None
have-
of us.
We have them at the house.
Yeah.
This is when he
Well,
has
if you
his
guys,
friends over.
You guys, I wouldn't have wine glasses.
I would love
You guys
to-
go straight booze.
We'd have grape jelly mugs.
Don't you think Tom probably has box wine in the fridge right now? Wouldn't that'd be something?
No,
I doubt
no,
it.
there's no box
No
wine.
way.
The answer is no.
Is there a wine cellar in
Maybe for the help.
the
No.
new place?
God,
No, no.
Now, are you using the dishwasher in the normal kitchen or in the butler's pantry? Because I know the one in the butler's pantry is a little stronger than the...
No, I'm using just the regular dishwasher.
And it's breaking your glasses.
It has an occasion, yeah. But
Are
I
you
don't.
sure it's not operator error?
I'm positive.
Okay.
The larger point here is
Be serious.
my
here for with
dishwasher might as well just be a rack because I hand wash the dishes every night before I put them in there, and I get emails people going, "You're supposed to put them in dirty; it gets them cleaner."
Right.
I don't buy that.
Right.
No. Don't know which
That
one.
comes right
which
from
one
the
of you was telling me
manufacturer.
that they clean? Was it Josh who cleans his house before he has that maid come over?
We all
think
do
we all
that.
do that.
We
Yeah.
all do
You
that.
pick up. You
Yeah.
do pick up. Yeah.
But do you wash the dishes before you put them in the dishwasher?
Yeah.
I rinse them
do.
off for a
I do.
while.
I
yeah.
hand wash dishes a lot
Yeah.
too because
Rinse
I
them
like
off.
the act.
Yeah, but I do not typically use there's a sanitary mode on my dishwasher. I've never timed it out, but I know it's more than 3 hours.
Yeah, it's too long.
Mine's 4 if you go the full cycle.
Yeah, that's too long.
That's too long.
And it comes out.
There's a sanitary thing at the restaurant that you hit, and it's 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and all the dishes are sanitized.
Wow.
Like, why don't we have that at home?
Right.
Yeah. That's what I want.
But it's super hot water, right?
Super hot water.
Okay. Yeah, but in any event.
That'll shatter any tea pitcher.
The scientific term, super hot water.
But so who's in with this whole movement to wash out your clothes in cold water? What's that all about?
Keeping the colors.
I don't know.
I think
don't know if
everybody does
that's a
I've
movement or
never
not.
washed in anything but cold.
I'm with
my
you, Jeff.
entire life,
I never
except
washed.
for towels
No.
and underwear
Whites.
and
And whites.
blankets.
Whites.
Sheets and
Exactly.
towels
Right.
go
Everything
in
else
hot.
cold.
Everything else
So
cold.
I will
just-
tell
it
you,
keeps the color.
Tom,
Your
that-
shirts are germ laden.
No, the heat of the dryer would kill anything. And there's soap,
Put in
exactly.
soap is ridiculous.
When we were kids, they had a big campaign about cold water all or something.
Yeah.
There's
when
one,
we were kids.
There's one right now.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's some NFL guy.
Tide cold water.
Who is it?
Probably.
Is it Gronk or?
So do you save money on your utility bills by using cold water? I don't
have-
know.
I
That's
have no
what is
idea.
that the push?
I've just never wanted
Easier
to
on
mess
your
my
clothes.
clothes up,
Right.
and I know
right.
if I wash
Okay.
them in cold,
Yeah.
that the colors aren't going to run,
Right.
and I'm not.
Hey,
gonna
these
have an issue.
colors don't run.
And they're not going to shrink.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Exactly.
It's better for the fabric.
Well, in any event, enough of our washing hunk.
So, did you order a new tea
Get
pitcher?
a pitcher.
Yeah, I ordered one that's supposed to be dishwasher.
Tempered glass. This
I guess.
Is it the same pitcher?
No, it's
Well,
different.
You're not going to like. You love this last one.
I know that's because it
carried
fit
around
in the,
like a baby.
Fit in the fridge.
It sounded like you were wearing bells on your feet when you were walking around.
We knew you were,
know
we,
that, don't you?
we knew you were coming. We'd shut up.
And this is the same guy who told me,
Okay.
"Oh, you can't have glass in your beverage in the studio. Or you can't have ice in there. People will hear it."
Yeah.
He comes in, clang, 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 clang.
I've got it in a foam
Marley's
cup.
Ghost.
Clang, clang, clang.
Okay, the ad is called "The NFL is Calling." Matt Ryan humorously cold calls Ice-T and Steve Austin to announce
I bet it's
he's
not
convinced the NFL to wash in cold water.
Okay.
His involvement is because he was called Matty Ice. It's for Tide Cold Water Wash.
All right.
I wish I could have.
Of all the things to wash in hot water, I would think NFL uniforms.
Yeah, that
They're
should
pretty
be a hot
gross.
water wash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grass stains and,
Can you say Matty Ice again with that disdain that just drips off your tongue?
Matty Ice. Really is an art form, isn't it?
Yeah, you
Oh,
really
you
do
have
take
it
it
down.
to take it to a new level. Yeah.
All right, well.
You can make a guy feel like a big as a pea. Yeah.
It's hard to do, but well worth it.
Hey, we got a Guinness World Record here. Here we go. Strap in. Firefighter has broken the Guinness World Record for the farthest distance while being on fire while riding a motorcycle.
Yikes.
You heard me. Jonathan Vero of France set himself on fire, then climbed onto a motorcycle to ride a total of 1,450 feet to achieve the record. He's 41 years old and a trained stuntman and fire performer.
How cool is that?
He holds 2 other world records.
Set himself on fire.
Yeah, well.
His other world records, the fastest full-body burn, 100-meter sprint without oxygen in 17 seconds.
So think about that. 100 if you're at a track meet, this guy's running as fast as a decent high school
Well,
athlete.
the world record for the 100 meters is like 9 something.
But they weren't on fire. This guy's
And he's not getting any oxygen because he can't.
He can't breathe in. He'll
Right.
breathe in
fire.
He'll breathe in the fire. You don't want to breathe in fire.
No.
These guys French, so when he did it, he lit himself up with a cigarette, of course.
And this says here the longest distance full body burn run without oxygen. Now the other 100 meters in 17 seconds. This is the longest distance full body burn without oxygen, 893 feet 2.5 inches.
Think about that.
How much?
I'd rather not.
He's on fire, the guy.
How much did your parents have to not pay attention to you for this to be your thing? Like that this is what you decide. Like this is what I'm going to catch myself on fire.
Honey, have you seen Johnny? Yeah, he's on fire again. Hang on. Johnny?
And this guy's a professional firefighter.
Well, and he's a professional stuntman, so he knows what he's doing.
I wasn't
And
paying
he wears
attention.
Nomex, I'm sure. So there's, you know.
There's a picture of the guy. Look,
Yeah.
he's on fire.
Oh, see, he's all covered up.
Well, but the gelatin is burning.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Flesh isn't burning. There
he's
he goes.
wearing Nomex.
They set the guy on fire. He starts the motorcycle.
But that's got to be hot with it on your back like that. All full.
And you're getting, it's good. The flames are getting fanned by all that air.
Yeah, but
that
his
doesn't look
chest not on fire.
Yeah, his face ain't on fire. Nothing in
That
fire.
looks that looks as safe as walking to the grocery store.
And then they put him out with fire extinguishers.
I would do that before I ran with the bulls. Like
Yeah,
that
that's
doesn't
same
look
here.
painful at all.
No, it doesn't look that bad. He's wearing a suit.
Yeah. It's not like he's naked on fire. He's wearing a fire suit.
Right.
Yeah, like 9 inches of leather.
Yeah, exactly.
I say the way to make this cool would be you do it at a lake with a ramp and have the guy put himself out by going into the water.
That'd be cool.
You're going to have to retrieve the motorcycle, of course.
Oh, you use a cheap little motorcycle.
Use a jet ski or something.
Ooh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Can you go off a ramp on a jet ski?
Sure.
You really have to go, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you can go off a ramp.
Well, you wouldn't find any purchase on the ramp, though.
They
Am
would
I right on
they
this?
would lube up the ramp with the water.
Would they? Oh, with water.
They'd have a stream going like a slip
KY
and
or
slide.
something? KY jelly.
That's a good question. What's the world record jump in a Sea-Doo? These are all fun things to do.
Someone look that up, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But a firefighter who sets himself on fire, this is like a DEA agent who's got a really bad coke problem. Right? No? Okay.
Maybe he likes to practice on himself. You don't know.
Okay. We have more sports?
There's a new second season of the series Quarterback produced by Omaha and Peyton Manning. And this season they have Kirk Cousins again. And they also have the Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow and Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions. Of course, Jared married to Coco Gauff, the tennis player.
And so she's Coco Gauff?
She's Coco Gauff, that's right. And Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow on the Netflix series Quarterback says he was on the verge of buying a fully functional replica of the Batmobile until that break-in in his home changed everything. On the new season, it's called Quarterback, Burrow revealed that the December burglary at his home made him rethink the high-profile purchase. I said, Burrow says, I didn't end up getting the Batmobile because I just had other things I wanted to deal with at that point. The robbery led to multiple arrests and a federal grand jury indictment, which alleges that Burrow's home was targeted by a sprawling worldwide criminal network taking advantage of professional athletes. They knew they were at games at the time they were breaking into their home.
God.
And then they nailed him.
And I believe Joe had a playmate.
Somebody was there, the one that people were surprised.
House.
Yeah, they're like, oh.
Like a Miss Universe.
Wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. You're Joe Burrow.
The guy makes $1 million a week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's got enough seed left in him. He gets up in the morning, Susie Suckathon taking care of him.
How do you...
Would you get a Batmobile if you had that kind of money?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting one now, and I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What I would want is I'd want the bat signal.
Are the Batmobiles street legal?
No.
Oh. Well, then why would you have one?
His isn't. Because you're Joe Burrow. You pull the cops are going to pull you over and go, hey, Joe, how's it going? Good luck next week. They don't care.
There's a replica one that drives around here.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
A carpet guy.
TV
yeah.
show Batmobile or the newer one?
TV show. It's an old one. Yeah.
Oh, that one? Yeah,
that's a good one, though.
That's kind of cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah, that one is. I think that one is street legal. The old one from the
one that
60s,
Morgan Freeman built in the new movies.
Yeah, no. Wouldn't you want the bat signal though? You know, that giant Klieg light that shoots up into the sky.
No, what purpose would you have to use that?
Oh,
Pat Godwin wrote this.
In 6 seconds.
You know what the problem with the bat signal is, though, Miss Hooker?
What is it?
What if it's okay? What if it's a clear sky night in Gotham City?
You have to have overcast, right?
Yeah, if you don't get clouds up there, what are you going to do?
Shoot it on the moon?
Is that possible?
If you have enough powerful
that'd be a hell of a light.
Yeah, it would.
That'd be cool.
Remember when the car dealerships in the mall used to do that?
Oh, yeah.
With the searchlights?
Yeah, the searchlights.
The tent is up. The spotlights are going.
What happened? Now we just have that tubular man that's on the fan thing.
Yeah. It's not
Fan
as fun.
I haven't seen the searchlight thing for quite a while.
Wacky tube guy.
Are those gone out of fashion?
I think so.
I think tube guy's cheaper than a spotlight.
Along with shopping malls.
Yeah.
Been to the mall lately?
Yeah, I walked into the Philadelphia airport. That's like 4,000 yards of shopping mall before you get to the gates.
That's awesome.
Best shopping mall airport. No contest. Minneapolis.
Let me finish.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
right.
Boom.
Okay,
That's
cool.
because you have to go from Minneapolis to St. Paul. They had to have something in between.
Actually, the Minneapolis airport actually is in South Dakota by the time you get there.
It's so big.
Is that? I wonder what the longest gate-to-gate walk is in an American airport.
Denver. It has to be Denver.
You think?
Dallas is
Denver's-
pretty.
Denver is
you've got
quite
the train,
sprawling.
though. You've got the
that's
train.
long.
Well, and Atlanta has the plane train.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
With
right.
the mayor, Andre Dickens.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Atlanta.
I love that.
I'm your mayor, Andre Dickens.
Getting greeted by the mayor in all these towns.
Mr. Dickens.
Okay.
Call me Mr.
Oh,
Dick for
Mr.
short.
Dickens.
Now, coming up, do we have any more sports?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Who's ready for a game of Operation?
I'm great at that.
Dallas
Guess who-
Fort Worth is gate to gate.
Guess who came up with this story?
I guess him.
Operation, the game, they're going pro. We're going to find out about that coming up.
Are you going to try out? Are you going to do it?
I wish I could. Also, we got a very unusual story about Barbie and the Barbie doll and the Mattel Corporation. Kind of interesting stuff.
Is math still hard?
Yeah, plus perhaps a tribute to Barbie.
Just like Ken.
And then, are any of you aware of the famous urban legend about the length of the finger?
Of course.
Yeah.
In relation
Yeah,
to
finger
your
and the
wiener?
male member.
No, not that one. The one about
Which finger?
your sexual preferences.
Oh, no.
No.
No one's aware of that?
If you have a longer index finger, you're gay? Yeah, I've heard that.
Uh-oh. No, you're right.
I don't know.
Are you right?
I'm guessing.
No,
I don't know.
that's the urban legend, but it's actually comes to I figured out a way to apply that to today's newscast.
I bet you have.
So proud. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More of the show is on the way. You can find us on X at Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Get your mother-loving ears on because your big-time radio DJ's got news. PayPal lets you pay for stuff in-store, online, or over time. Now that's a tune. You can pay your own way. Don't just pay, baby. PayPal.
Learn more at paypal.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee's over there at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hi.
Jess Hooker's here.
Hi.
Hello, Jeff Oskay.
Hey, buddy.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. Wishing good luck to Matt in Milton, Wisconsin.
What's going on with Matt?
He's once again rebuilding Fred.
Oh, that's right. He's our.
Miss Hooker, you're not familiar with
I
this
thought
letter.
he was in the hospital for
No, he's doing great.
Okay, that's good.
Among other things, he has. We were talking about naming. Does your car have a name?
No, I don't do that.
Have you ever? Okay, don't. Somewhat disdainful.
I don't.
very
I don't.
dismissive.
I mean, no. If it fits like Figgy, that
Yeah.
makes sense. But to go out and like put eyelashes on the lights and all that dumb.
Oh, I think that's so cool.
No.
I drove my Jeep somewhere the other day. Oh, it's Chick-fil-A. I was in the drive-thru and the guy goes, "Why don't you have any ducks?" And I was like, "Because I have a life."
She's gotten a fight at Chick-fil-A.
I just pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you
By the way, at Chick-fil-A, they have reinvented the drive-thru.
They have.
They have got it down.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, it's called Panera.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Jess. Could you ever go to another drive-thru and mistake it for Chick-fil-A?
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah. I know that. They're right beside each other.
They are beside each
but
other.
But that doesn't excuse you for
No.
your
But there would
stupidity.
have to be a real there's about 5 seconds where you could just black out and end up in the wrong drive.
If you've been to that one, not only are they next to each other, they're coming off of a major strip mall parking lot.
Oh, please.
It's extraordinarily confusing which is which. And of course, I wasn't paying
How
attention.
do you navigate life? I don't understand.
There are a lot of errors. In any event,
He walked into
And
the
I
airport. All I saw was a mall. There was no signs for gates. I didn't know where the gates were. Come on.
Yeah, the Philadelphia airport, it's like the airport secondary to
It
the
is
giant
so
mall.
bizarre that of all the people that work for you, that you don't have a handler. Like someone specific.
I've said that up for years.
To make sure that you get from point A to point B.
A
Well,
driver.
I guess we are all his handlers if you think about it.
But you got all the way from London to home by yourself.
I got all the way from London, England to my house.
By yourself.
Yeah, there were a couple of
bet
bumps
there
along
was.
the road, but I made it.
I want to see your phone log. I want to see your phone log. I want to see how many times you called Amy.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to
Amy, I'm in Luxembourg. How did that happen?
No. Don't you start,
Yeah,
Godwin.
you can't
I think it's nice you and Tom, you idiots, found each other. You're exactly alike.
That is true.
If I could get back to my letter, this is really exciting. We were talking about naming. I thought you had a name for your Jeep. No, that's why I asked.
I don't know. It's just my Jeep. It's Stingray is the color, and so it's Stingray. So I think if I did like Stingray, the Stingray Jeep.
Okay, but this news article we had, maybe those stats were wrong. It said a lot of people named their car.
I forgot. I used to have a station wagon that we called the Dragon Wagon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was, I guess, a name for a car.
And your comedy career was born.
My old roommate had a red car. We called her Lolly, like a lollipop, because she looked like a rolling lollipop.
By the way, back to did you call it the Dragon Wagon because when you're
things were dragging in
when
there?
things are hanging out there.
No, that's back when I used to date fat chicks.
And then you have fat enough to make your car drag on the pavement, Tom. See,
hop in the Dragon
like
wagon.
that fat lady at TSA in Philly. Tom, you remember her?
Oh boy!
Sorry,
he loves it.
Oh, of course.
I'm trying to get
real
to
quick.
Matt's letter. Oh,
I want to say this real quick. If you missed the TSA in Philly conversation, every night at 8:00 on our YouTube, our Facebook, and Rumble, we have a highlight that we play every night. And go to the Tom TSA. It's 10 minutes of gold that you will thank me tomorrow.
Absolutely worth it. Take some time.
Check it out.
They were mean to me.
In Philly, that was the
Jess
big problem.
hasn't heard this yet.
They were rude.
Have you heard about it?
I think was there a fat woman involved?
Yes.
Tell her real quick.
Did she have a fat heart or was she physically fat?
No, she
because
was
whenever he doesn't like anybody, he just decides they're fat.
No, she was physically.
She was just awful,
okay.
awful human being.
This is a little bit of both me and Tom. I was trying to help him.
TSA lady was a total bitch.
She wasn't a big fat bitch, was he?
Fat bitch.
Oh.
That bitch gone.
If you're that fat bitch in Philadelphia,
You're that fat bitch.
I'm gonna cut you, bitch.
Man.
Fat bitch.
She's radio bitch.
I asked
All
for
right.
You're a big bitch. tell Jess the dog bowl section. I think that's my favorite. Yeah.
So it's not at all crowded.
Right.
I've just been reintroduced to America, where I was born and raised, after spending 3 days in London, England. And I get back to the country. You have to go through customs and whatever it is. What do they call that? Immigration.
Yes.
Right.
And that guy was real pissy.
Yeah.
Why'd you leave the country? I don't know. I was trying to buy some C4 to blow up the airport. Anyway,
that's going to get you looked at.
I know.
I think it's in trouble big time.
No, actually, in any event, then I get to. You have to go back through TSA again now that you've already gone through American customs.
Yes.
And I get there. There's virtually no one there, and I walk up there, and she goes, "Everything has to go in your bag."
Just like that.
Yeah.
He intends that was her demeanor.
And there's one guy in front of me. He goes like, "What?" So you want me to put my phone and everything in the bag, which I would be happy to do. I understand they have a very important job. I totally get it. Whatever they want, but there are no signs. This has been alleviated. Is it shoes on, shoes off? Just tell me what I need to do.
Yeah.
In a nice, pleasant way, please.
In a nice, pleasant way.
And then I said, I put my phone and my passport and all the stuff in my pockets in my bag, and she goes, "No. You put it in here," and she reaches behind her, and she has what looks like a dirty dog dish. You see those all the time.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But, they weren't out front where I could actually see them.
Right.
Okay, here you go, whatever. And, do you want my shoes on? And, yeah.
Yeah.
So, look,
Don't you find that the bigger the airport, the meaner the staff?
Yeah,
they're
have
doing
to
a
deal
lot.
with a lot of lunatics
They
every
do.
day.
They do.
But look, just because they know the rules, all they have to do is pass them on to us.
Right.
I would be.
And Tom is a friendly person, like out in public. He should. Like Chick is not. Like
No.
he attracts mean people.
Yeah, but I was just asking.
I'm mean. That's exactly right. I'd argue if I could.
But I'm just asking. Maybe you have some videos. Take your belt, take your belt off. Whatever you have to do. I'm happy to do everything.
They just should make it universally
exactly. It's
the same
everywhere.
and it's different in every airport.
But just tell people. And what if you're?
A lot of times they do have a guy yelling or a woman yelling. Hey, by the way.
Good. And usually they're very friendly, and I totally get it. And I'm not. I'd be happy to take my shoes off. I think it's really stupid that they keep telling. I'd rather have them taken off.
Well, now they're saying you don't have to take it.
I know.
Yeah, I saw that.
They just announced it.
Whatever they have to do to keep them safe is fine with me. I don't mind any of that stuff.
But when you travel, aren't you reminded that we have the best airport in the world? Our airport here.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best one ever. I mean, I think it's literally voted the best airport. Yeah.
They just have a new top 5 list of airports out there right now.
Okay.
But in any event, we can move forward here. The reason I was trying to get to Matt's letter is this: he's doing something really cool. He is rebuilding an old truck that his wife's grandfather may have been part of building back at the Janesville, Wisconsin factory.
Oh, wow.
And he's rebuilding it for his son. I just think this is so cool. It's a 1976 Chevy K10 pickup named Fred after the grandfather.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that's super cool. So good luck with Fred, because he's got 3 years to get it done before the kid turns 16.
Oh, okay.
I wonder what the kids' peers are going to think of this truck.
Who cares? It's a cool truck. If they don't get how cool it is, they're morons.
I think they're going to, I feel like kids now are liking the cool older stuff.
That's good.
Yes. Yeah,
that's good.
I think they're starting to fall back.
All right.
And if they don't like it, hey, it's ass, grass, or gas. What is it again?
Hey,
that's right.
If you don't like my truck, Fred, you can walk.
But this guy,
I think it's awesome. You know me, I love old cars.
Named a truck after someone who died. But there are some families who name pets after someone who's passed away. I believe Jess's family does.
Really?
That. Yeah.
Yeah, I have an aunt who, when someone dies and she gets a new cat, she names it after the last person that died.
Well, that's
awkward.
Come here, Grandma.
It is. Right.
Grandpa, actually.
Yeah.
She has a cat named Grandpa?
No.
Is it relatives or is it public figures like celebrities?
They're always related, like Harry and Annabelle, and those are her parents. So yeah, she named.
Does she perceive that if she does that, there's some connection with their soul somehow?
No, 'cause she's not like all woo woo like that. She just likes the names, I guess. And she
Wow.
wants to keep them active.
Uncle,
I don't know.
My new puppy, Uncle Clarence, is eating his poop, just like the old man used to.
Wait a minute. If you believe in reincarnation, you're woo woo. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think some
Woo-woo?
people think that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Woo woo.
Oh, woo! I like that. Coming up, we have. Are we done with sports?
No, we got one more story.
Okay,
what are
good.
you talking about? You've got the operation game, and you've got a game right over there.
Okay.
Don't touch the sides.
I'm
Be
world
careful.
class at this. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment to share? Text us at 888-262-8661. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
From the award-winning morning show on America's favorite radio station, The Ticket, The Musers, the podcast.
So right now we're podcasting?
No, not yet.
He just put us into it. by
No, I
saying
was
that.
accidentally podcasting.
Oh, we were for a second, but we're not now.
Well, we want to start intentionally podcasting.
We're back
That
on.
was accidental.
That was a false start. Three,
2, 1.
Every Wednesday, Junior Miller, George Dunham, and Gordon Keith drop a new episode of The Musers, the podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I skipped. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
How's it going, Chick?
Yeah, I can't get any better. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hello, Jess Hooker.
Hi.
There's Jeff Oskey. Ace Cosby's here.
Hey.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I am Chick McGee. Tom grooving on this.
It's great,
organ.
great organ.
Okay. And
You don't like this?
hello, I like it fine. I love it, is what I meant to say. I love it.
Oh, we got the attitude
I
today.
can't wait. I can't wait to hear it again.
When did we lose Chick?
I think I had 602.
Something happened.
Check local listings.
You were playing your jazz for meth heads again this morning.
Yeah, you were.
But
It was faster than normal.
There's some nice tunes on that.
Good tune.
No, which moon do we have coming up here?
Buck moon.
The buck moon.
Because the horns are budding on the bucks.
Oh, okay.
Budding.
Because you got your blue moon.
Yep.
Right?
We just had strawberry moon before this, right?
Strawberry moon.
Yeah.
Pink moon, right?
We had the super moon recently, where the moon's a little bit closer.
And
You
have
got your
pastrami moon.
Yep.
Or what?
Yeah.
Pastrami moon.
I don't know. Let's start.
you
I
got
like it.
Yeah, let's not explain it. It's just a pastrami moon.
Hunter's moon, pink moon, harvest moon. I can't keep
What do you
up.
think about the pink moon, Tom? Isn't the moon all pink inside? Isn't that right?
Yes, of course. If you get mooned, it's all pink.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we had one more sports story. Is that correct?
Hundreds of adults, it says here, gathered in Paris.
Yeah.
Okay? To face off in championship competition of the classic board game Operation.
Love that game.
Hundreds of adults
Do your kids play Operation?
in Paris.
I know we used to have one. I haven't had it out lately.
Okay.
Do you know how the game works, Jeff?
Oh, God.
No. How's it work?
Well, it's
Good answer, Jeff.
You hold what would be the equivalent of like a scalpel, as if you're doing a surgical procedure.
No, it's a tong.
It's a
You got to reach in
They're
and grab.
tweezers.
It's not a scalpel. The guy's already open. You're not have to cut him.
No, but I mean, it is as if you are doing a surgical procedure.
Okay.
They're removing things.
And you're removing things, and it requires incredibly steady hands. You
And
see.
actually, you probably really loved Operation because it's full of puns. The
and-
old bread basket, the old
Yeah.
wrenched ankle, the
Right.
old.
Yes.
See, there's a
and then,
wrench in his
and then
ankle.
if you touch the edges, then I've got this to simulate. You get this. Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can hear it.
You
We
got
can hear it.
Really? I can barely hear that.
Well,
No wonder you're so good at Operation. You can't hear the buzz.
Yeah, you don't know if you're
Hey, I
losing or not.
But so this is serious
the
business.
patient died. I didn't hear a thing.
These are adults playing Operation in the World Championships.
Championship saw 256 players dressed in medical style outfits, of course.
Scrubs, go ahead.
Yeah, that's part of the fun.
It says here to test their surgical skills. The competition started in 2021 as a lighthearted event. It's now a full-scale tournament complete with referees, medals, and a giant trophy for the winner. According to something called Journal du Nez in Paris, I think that means newspaper, a 21-year-old medical student named Margot Janvier won this year's competition. Way to go, Margot. And Margot spelled Margaux.
Oh, that way.
Oh, Margot.
That's as French as it gets,
like
man.
Chateau Margaux.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, I think it'd be really much more fun. I'll explain this. This is like Guitar Hero is to playing guitar.
Okay.
Remember that game?
Yeah.
What?
Remember Guitar Hero?
What does that have to do with Operation?
Well, because you're not really operating on
brain,
somebody.
they're the
So it's like Guitar Hero. You're not really playing guitar. You've got this plastic.
Wait, what?
Have you seen the game Guitar Hero?
Of course.
Yes. Sure.
Everyone's seen it. Red, blue, green,
Yes.
yellow.
Sweet
Yeah.
No
man,
one's seen
we know what you're talking
No one's seen
about.
Operation. No, we just like to ask you what, and it makes you explain.
Well,
what,
as I like to,
which gets you farther into the
remember
weeds.
Pat? They came out with Guitar Hero
Sure, yeah, we all
for the
remember, yeah.
Beatles.
Yeah, the Beatles
So
thing.
you could pretend you were the Beatles, much
Right.
like the band Oasis. Okay. The notion I have to make this much more fun would be impose rules for the game Operation in which you actually got a serious electric shock if you touch the edges.
Oh, I thought you were going to make him drink like 12 cups of coffee
Yeah, that's
before
what
they
I was
start
wondering.
playing.
Who has
We're going
the
through
steady
withdrawal and
hands
have the
here?
DTs.
He says he does.
No, Christy, I bet has.
No,
I don't know.
incredibly
Tom
sick.
You
says
have
he's
so
a,
much caffeine.
Tom has stated he's amazingly good at
At
the
Operation.
game.
Really?
Look at this. Look at this.
That's pretty good.
That is good.
I'm taking my two middle fingers and putting a coffee stirrer on my
That doesn't
index finger.
necessarily mean you don't shake.
Well, that's the
Oh,
right
I
hand.
shake when I don't drink. Hey, give me a taste, honey.
Give me a taste.
Now, who's this guy?
I like this
I
guy.
don't need
Guys
none of
are-
your love. I just need some of your juices.
Oh my god!
No, I don't.
And that's your right hand too. Isn't that your finger banging hand?
No, I do. I happen to have very steady hands. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
But I love the game Operation. It's fun.
Hey, if you say so.
They're going to do this on TV, I heard.
What?
Well, with some of the new things going on in the world, if they're going to have an operation and then the winner gets health care. Really nice.
We're getting a little political here.
Yeah. Things are changing.
Being political. All right. Okay.
Mommy can't no birth, no baby.
Oh, no. Mommy can't birth no baby.
That's what he said.
Got the.
If there's ever been a time to go over to the news desk, I can't think of a better one.
One of Australia's most closely followed murder trials has taken a strange turn.
No, hang on 1 second. Are you aware of this, Miss Hooker?
Yes, she is, I'm sure, because you're our Hooker. And this is about the lady who poisoned her relatives with the mushrooms.
I don't know this story.
Oh, really?
No, I don't.
This was internationally.
Yeah.
This is one of the biggest stories in the world.
Erin Patterson recently found guilty in a highly publicized case involving poisoning deaths of 3 people and the severe illness of a 4th. Central to it was the beef Wellington that she served her family.
She invited her ex's. Her ex's parents over.
Well,
Her ex-in-laws were invited over for dinner, and I believe maybe her sister-in-law.
Yeah, and one of the 4 lived.
Yeah,
she made up this dish. She didn't eat any.
She deliberately laced it with death cap mushrooms, a toxic ingredient often mistaken for edible varieties. During the trial, it was revealed that Patterson had followed a recipe by well-known chef, I don't know this person, Naji Mahashi, a fact that has triggered a wave of unwanted attention for the Sydney-based food writer.
This would be as if one of the big foodie guys here.
Ms. Mahashi, creator of the blog Recipe 10 Eats, has since asked reporters to stop contacting her. It is, of course, upsetting to learn that one of my recipes, possibly the one I've spent more hours perfecting than any other, is entangled in such a tragic situation.
Yeah, but this was a huge trial, and they determined that she, in fact, did it on purpose. She claims, she just mixed up the mushrooms with a mushroom with a name like Death Cap.
Death Cap,
you would think.
Yeah, and the fact that she didn't eat any.
Right
away, you're going, wait a minute.
And we all have exes here. Would you ever invite ex-in-laws over to your home? And as ex-in-laws, would you come?
I love my ex-in-laws, and I would never poison them.
Well, you're certainly not in the normal.
And Christy was if Christy Lee published a cookbook, it would come with an EpiPen and a fire extinguisher.
Oh my God, that's right. I think you'd be surprised.
Is beef Wellington what they make on Hell's Kitchen all the time?
I've never watched Hell's Kitchen, but beef Wellington, it's
with a pastry,
meat,
right?
Yeah, then they make the lattice pastry on top.
Oh,
so
okay.
it looks like a big fancy.
It's baked.
It looks real nice.
It's like bread.
I had it.
I
had it once, and it was really good.
Yeah, it's like prime rib on the inside.
Labor intensive.
It's like a roast beef sandwich, but it's all cooked at once.
Yeah, it's like your master's degree when you're going through culinary school to do that. Yeah.
And this poor lady, it would be like if Gordon Ramsay, one of his recipes was followed in a murder. So, but that was a huge.
It was.
I missed it. That's
I'm really surprised you didn't hear about that because it was everywhere. It was so scary. It's like, ugh.
Again, this will make a great TV movie where she brings all the things to the table, and I'm not going to be having any.
And isn't it winter? Isn't it winter in Australia? Right
it
now?
is.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's 0 degrees right now in Adelaide.
Yeah. The good news is at least it was beef.
What do you mean?
I mean, for their last meal, the people that are dead. I mean, it would have been really, what a drag. What killed him? Well, she made him a vegan beef Wellington. Substituted the meat with mushrooms. Oh, sure, it killed him, but
that'd just be a Wellington.
They were force feeding himself just to be polite. I was hoping your beef Wellington had meat in it. What a drag! But they can't really complain, being dead.
No, they're
time to check in with Mr. McGee across the way.
Simply Safe, Simply Safe gives you peace of mind. That's right, a system that works to prevent a break-in from ever happening in the first place. That's why I trust Simply Safe to protect my compound. Gives me peace of mind, has for years. We use Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studio. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection that helps stop break-ins before they occur. AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents detect suspicious activity around your property. If you have a lurker, agents can talk to that lurker in real time, turn on spotlights, even call the police, proactively deterring crime before it starts. Best home security system of 2025 by CNET and Newsweek. And USA Today says SimpliSafe is ranked number 1 in customer service. Go to simplysafetom.com and claim 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and get your first month free. 50% off your first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. Peace of mind. Remember, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Oh, thank you very much. Now, Pat, would this work? If she'd killed the guy instead of with beef Wellington, if she'd killed him with a mushroom and sausage pizza, my personal favorite, could you sing in character, when you kill ex-in-law guy with your mushroom pizza pie, that's immoral.
Oh, nice.
Is that going to work?
That works.
I don't think so.
I like
when we come back, we'll try to have some. Oh, we have to do our new thing for
What?
Jess.
What's that?
Oh, I'm so excited about this. Our new game.
Oh, yeah.
Where you give him a topic and 38 minutes later he comes up with a song?
That's amazing. 6 minutes.
It's called.
How much?
6 minutes.
Well, wait,
I thought it was once a day we were going
Pat,
to do it.
is it the GPT? What is it?
Too much stress twice a day.
It's instead of Chat GPT, it's Pat GPT. Oh, it's fun. Oh, when we come back, we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This remains the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Jeff Hoskey, Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Jess Hooker, Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. It's good to have you here, sir.
Good to be
here. A fine sports broadcast this morning.
If you say so.
You were talking about that TV show Quarterback?
Yeah, on Netflix. Second season. Just started.
Produced by Peyton Manning?
Yeah, a couple days ago. Yeah.
And having watched it and having watched the first season, who are your favorite quarterbacks as people, not with respect to their athletic skills?
The first season had Marcus Mariota on it, and he just happens to be on Washington now. But, yeah, he seemed like a really interesting story. Hawaii and the whole thing.
Yeah, really nice guy.
Yeah, seemed like they all seem like nice guys. I think that's part of the... Aaron Rodgers seemed like a nice guy when the Jets were on Hard Knocks, so, you know.
Does everybody hate Aaron Rodgers in here?
I don't.
I don't hate him. Hate's a strong word, but I'd say yes.
No, not at all.
I don't hate him.
I think it'd be great if he had a tremendous year.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
I would hate to see that because my husband's a Packer fan, and he'd be really upset.
Okay, well, I like to see an individual do really well, and it's an incredibly complicated game with a lot of moving parts, and if one guy can step in there and do really well. I thought it was amazing when Peyton Manning switched teams and won another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's quite a feat.
Oh, yeah.
Now, have we done everything in the world of sports? We have finally finished it off?
We've
coming in at 8.
We've actually done 2 or 3 stories in news, I think.
We've done 2. Yeah.
2 stories since we've been at the sports.
I just didn't want you to feel shortchanged.
No, I don't believe that. I think you're lost, and you're asking me about sports because that's your crutch.
And you hate
You're
me.
correct.
So.
Okay.
Wow, it's all coming out.
We're just being.
Are we
what
gonna...
is it? Spilling the tea.
Ah, yes.
I don't know.
Now, I think we'd like to hear a song again, and
I have a song. I mean, a story that'll play into a song for you. I
Can we
believe.
do Pat GPT again
Well,
and pick a topic?
you want to do a new one?
Yes.
Okay.
We can't do the same one.
Well, no, we can't. We can't do a new one.
You're familiar with the AI system known as Chat.
You know, there's nothing I like better than Tom explaining something he has no idea what he's talking about.
Yes, I am familiar.
Chat GPT.
Good job, buddy.
Are you sure it's not
Nailed it this
GTP?
time.
I know. I kept saying that. Sorry.
Yeah.
In any event, it's taking over the world.
Yeah.
So I created a new thing this morning,
Yeah.
somewhat spontaneously, that I kept calling with the wrong name, called Pat GPT.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it on my way in. It
and
sounded more like Pat CTE.
Oh, like you hit your head, Pat.
Wow. That's just
well,
mean.
I did screw up a chord. You may be right.
So I gave Pat just a few minutes based on a news story that he had not seen before.
38 minutes
to write a song during a commercial break, and I thought it was terrific.
It did. It started. It was solid. A solid start.
And let's do that one again. I just want to show how it works. Then we'll give you a new challenge. But
the world's oldest known boomerang is even older than scientists once believed. By as many as 10,000 years. It's now estimated to be between 39,000 and 42,000 years old. It was found in a Polish cave carved from a mammoth tusk.
That's quite a spread.
Built to throw.
But you got to slow down here. First of all, it's a boomerang. It's not in Australia.
Okay. Right.
And they thought it was how old?
They thought it was 30,000 years old.
But it's 40.
Yep.
And it was designed for hunting, and it was made out of mammoth tusk.
And it doesn't come back. It's not a sport. Oh. It's a boomerang that doesn't come back. It's a boomerang that didn't.
Then it's a stick.
Right. It's a Polish boomerang.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And but I thought that was fascinating. First of all, that it was just used as a hunting tool. In any event, I found the story, thought this is some fun science, but Pat didn't know about it, so we gave it to him in whatever.
6 minutes later, we got this.
Won't come back. This boomerang won't come back. 40,000 years old.
Sounds like a little Randy Newman, doesn't it?
Maybe this relic has a crack.
Sing it like Randy Newman.
I'm going to sing it like John Sebastian. Once upon a time it came back around, but this one falls right to the ground.
Right to the ground.
Who really needs that?
Who really needs that?
Boomerang should come back.
Boomerang should come back.
Maybe was used for hunting, caveman on the attack. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Won't come back. Won't come back. Won't come back.
Beautiful, John. Beautiful.
You see what we did there?
Yeah.
But so Pat wrote that. Right now I'm trying to prove that Pat G. PT is more important and more artistic than this machine that wrote this thing.
100%. He's so talented.
Okay. So let's do it again.
What did you say, Jess? I didn't hear you in my
You're
headphones.
so talented. Can I pick the story this time so we know that it's 100%?
Sure,
It's always 100%.
Oh, Jeff picked it last time.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
okay.
There was no trickery.
There was no trickery.
As soon
This one's
as
about
the
a gangster who likes folk music. Here we go.
As soon as the story, the main segment, the subject is mentioned on the air, that's when the clock starts.
It's 6 minutes, right? 6 minutes?
No.
So
it
Christy,
was 38 last time.
She's handing all the stories to Miss Hooker, who is now looking over the headlines.
Oh, and it was a blind draw. It was a blind draw.
Okay,
Are you ready?
What is the story?
Scientists have discovered a groundbreaking method to convert human urine into hydro expadiate, the same mineral that forms the hard structure of your tooth enamel.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Say it again.
Here, you HYDROXY
Oh, this is gonna be a tough one.
APATITE. Hydroexabiate? I don't know.
Okay, the essence of this story is that they
can turn urine into tooth
they can
enamel.
turn urine into tooth enamel.
Okay.
I wasn't done yet.
Good luck, Pat.
Funded by the U.S. military's Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, the study uses genetically engineered yeast to break down urine and synthesize this word for tooth enamel.
So that's cool. So in other words, you start with pee and you end up with your teeth.
With a mineral that commonly is used in medical applications, including bone grafts and dental implants. The technique could offer sustainable solutions for regenerative medicine and long-duration space missions.
Hey, so you say to the astronaut. Remember that when you were Jingle, the kid that Jingle?
Huh?
You'll wonder where the yellow came from when you brush your teeth with bubble gum.
Oh.
No? Whatever.
What?
All right. Well, that's the end of the story, so
Okay,
I'm
go.
starting the clock now.
Now, Pat, go ahead to the other room.
Okay, I've got 8:29.
So the story has to
Okay,
be
I
about
got it running.
peeing and turning it into teeth.
Okay.
Yep.
This is a tough one.
I think he's going to have a line about a potty mouth.
Oh, are we gambling
gonna
on this
guess
too?
what he's
I'm just throwing that out. He can't hear. That's my.
can't. Okay.
I'm going to say something about a piss-eating grin.
Oh,
that's
good.
very good.
That's
How about
good.
that? I
That's
like
good.
That's very. Now I'm going to. So
now, when he comes up with that, we have to laugh really hard. Because,
Now, I'm going to copy this news story down, and I'm going to put it into Chat GPT and tell it to write a poem.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you can't write songs, remember?
I'm sure there's a program for this to write a song. I don't have that kind of time. So I'll write a poem about this. I'll load it right now. In the meantime, Christy, what have you got over there?
Well, on this kind of same topic, scientists report they have discovered microplastics in human reproductive fluids. Researchers examined follicular fluid from women and seminal fluid from men and found a range of commonly used microplastic polymers. Microplastics were present in nearly 70% of the follicular fluid analyzed.
That's a word that you could really get in trouble
Follicular,
with.
yeah.
Follicular.
And 55% of male seminal fluid.
So there's plastic in your
in
not
your
a
stuff.
surprise. Yeah.
It's from your underpants.
Which could impair egg or sperm quality in humans.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I think
a lot of the recycled plastics end up in the different fabrics. That's why you should wear 100% cotton.
Well,
underpants.
that and you're drinking it whenever you drink
yeah.
bottled water or you use plastic containers or, it's coming through your body.
Your semen's like 1/4 Legos.
That
Don't want
hurt.
to step on it.
Yeah.
No.
You get
For
slipped.
multiple
Make sure it all goes in the sock. Yeah.
We want those. We want that plastic and women where it belongs. In huge fake boobs.
Thank you, Tom.
I have a question.
Thank you very much.
I don't know. I'm a big fan. If you want to have plastic surgery, go ahead.
Go for it.
I had a friend who had a very difficult problem growing up, and a brilliant plastic surgeon fixed this person's face up, and it was great.
Yes.
They fixed the person's face up, and it was great.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. This fellow had a very unfortunate nose.
Okay.
and it not only did it look rather unusual, it did not operate.
Right.
Didn't function.
Deviated septum.
Whatever was
couldn't
going on,
breathe.
I don't know what it was. But in all truth, after the surgery, he goes, I had no idea you could breathe through your nose.
Yeah. See?
But in any event, some gifted surgeon helped this guy out. And if you want to get surgery, go for it. Whatever you want to do is okay with me. I do think there are some people who go a little too far with it.
Sure.
I thought you had a question.
Well, I do have a couple technical questions about plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
When you get a boob job,
Right.
ladies,
Yes.
and I don't know if there's a male equivalent of this.
A pectoral implant.
Do
happens.
those things leach out plastics, or are they?
They do. Yeah.
Is that a
There's
problem?
such thing as breast implant illness. And
A lot of people have them taken out.
I had mine taken out, if we're being honest. Yeah, I had them for 10 years, and because of
Really?
that, had mine taken out. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did not know that. I didn't mean to.
That's okay. No.
Do you?
I mean,
I-
we can all tell.
now I'm going to ask the. Now I'm going to ask the.
As Pat said the other day, you're back to factory settings, right?
Oh, man.
Did I say that? Did I do that?
I wish you would have A, told me, and B, saved that for the air. That's funny. So
We just did it.
when you had them
Yeah.
removed,
Yeah.
did you save them?
No, I didn't save them,
You
and they
didn't keep
wouldn't,
them?
and they wouldn't let me see them. Yeah. So
What?
Yeah. No, I didn't. No.
Now, I remember reading an article about something, and it indicated that there was some kind of like when you buy milk at the store, there was like a born date or something, and a serial number on it. Is that true?
There is a serial number. Yeah, because when you get implants put in, they give you the box, and it has the serial number, and it has like the make and model, how many cc's are in it, the whole thing. Yeah.
Wow.
But usually it's the size of the container. That's what comes in the box, and then they put them in you, and then they fill them because your breast tissue is already uneven. So your left breast might get more cc's of saline than your right breast.
There you go.
Vice versa.
So they don't make them realistic? They don't keep one a little bit bigger than the other?
They could if you
they
ask.
could, yeah.
So wait a minute. So they put them in, and then they add the
And
fluid.
then
Yes.
they fill them. Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's like a little cap on it?
Yeah.
So is that
Seal
where
it up.
is that where it leaks?
This is
I don't know. Not all of them leak. I mean, I guess there's a lot of women that go in and.
Did you think yours were leaking?
No, I didn't think that they were leaking.
Was the plastic leaching something? Is that the issue?
I don't know. I thought it was. They'd been in there for 10 years, and it's a foreign thing, and I was just ready to have it out. Yeah, but I don't have any hard facts that these things were happening. Yeah.
Okay, so now, because the news story you have is about plastic. This is just plastic that gets in the water and everything?
Yeah. Right. That ends up in your reproductive fluids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right, now, Pat's back. Should we do the song?
Are you got it done already, Pat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Stop the timer.
Okay, now let's go back. And this story is about what is it? A process in which human urine can be turned into tooth enamel.
Well, I'd read it, but he left it in the other room.
It's a long, complicated.
Yeah.
The essence of it is that's enough.
You need to hear the story.
Do we need to? Is it okay?
Well, yeah. There's
I didn't mean to
new
leave
research
that.
out there that says that we can turn urine into a mineral that is part of your tooth enamel. It can be used in bone grafts. It can
And I asked Chat PT to write a poem. And do you want to hear Pat's song first or the poem that Chat GTP
We got to
wrote?
hear Pat's song.
Yeah, I
first.
want to hear Pat.
So this is Pat GPT. Go ahead, Pat.
Do you want strong teeth? I want to know great enamel. Yes, I want to know if you want your teeth to really glow. It's in the piss. That's where it is. It's in the piss. That's where it is.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that's great.
And what does Chat GPT say?
It's in a poem.
Just like 2 or 3 lines. Don't do the whole
Yeah.
thing again.
They found a way, yes, straight from pee, to grow new teeth and fix your knee. With yeast that's been reprogrammed smart, they turn our waste into a body part.
Yeah, that's true.
From golden streams, they now extract a mineral your molars lack. The military backs the plan for bones in space or a wounded man. That's just weird.
What?
It's science strange, but oddly neat. The future's built from what we excrete.
How quick were you the last time?
Pretty
Just
quick,
a few
but I
minutes.
forgot my glasses. So
Oh,
I had to run back
this was
in.
right at 5 minutes this
Oh,
time.
that was
good, Pat.
faster. Very nice.
And that was great. Very good. Very good. So we'll try this again. It's a new thing on the show. It's Pat GPT.
We won't do it again today. We won't put you under the.
And what is the classic story where it's the man against the machine? Isn't it like John Henry was a man or the steam? What am I thinking?
I don't know.
They were tunneling through a mountain.
Is that what it was? Okay. I'll figure it. Anyway, we're just once again trying to prove that Pat's better than some dumb machine, right?
Yes, Pat. I'll put Pat up against a stupid machine any day.
Yeah.
You're darn right.
John Henry, man versus machine.
Okay, there we go. Okay, no, but see, this will be good for your girlfriend, Pat.
Oh, it's a classic blues folk song.
Pat can't be replaced by a machine.
Pat doesn't have a girlfriend.
Oh, hey,
There we go,
everybody,
John.
be quiet. She's in the car going to play golf.
Raycon. Let me tell you about Raycon's Everyday
Okay.
Earbuds, Tom. Raycon's latest model, better than ever, 32-hour battery life. Whether you're going hard at the gym, taking phone calls outside, or trying to hide away in a hotel room somewhere, Raycon's Everyday Earbuds are yours 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Raycon has a quick charge function, just 10 minutes of charging, 90 minutes of battery, and they also come with active noise cancellation. They come in all the colors, blue, green, violet, mint, deep red, and Raycon, a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. Raycon, 15% off their best-selling everyday earbuds. Just go to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
I'm a big fan. Thank you very much. Christy Lee, what's coming up?
Well, we can tell you the history of John Henry if you'd like.
Okay.
We also have, is it safe to swim there? Right here in America, it apparently is not safe to swim in the Seine. And
In Paris?
Yes. And gardeners, we have some very interesting gardening tips for you today.
Okay, and a lost pig.
Yeah, lost pig.
I mean,
no, a left pig. He's not lost.
You ever
Somebody
lose a
left
pig,
him.
Pat?
Yeah, Pat, you ever ditch a pig?
Boy, you guys are really...
Ghost of Pig? What?
Boy, maybe contextually one could...
Maybe one lonely Christmas Eve back in the
80s. We'll just come back.
Christmas!
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Jeff Hoskey, Christy Lee, Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Jess Hooker. There's Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick. Hello. Tom, how are you?
Doing great. We were just talking about plastic surgery. We had a lot of news about, actually, funny enough, about the other kind of plastic.
I believe it's surgery.
Oh, it is? Okay, good.
It's a hard G.
Remember the Emo Phillips joke? He goes, yeah, I loaned a friend $1,000 to have plastic surgery, and now I don't know what he looks like. Emo Phillips, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see now. Christy Lee is over there. She's at the Silac Insurance News Desk. We've just played our new game, Pat GPT, in which we give Pat a quick assignment. And 2 home runs today,
Yes.
Pat.
Oh, thank you
very much.
You can take a breather.
But to be honest, I mean, the second song was like a line.
But it
you want it to be
a
an
great
opera?
joke. It was a great
I'm
joke.
just saying, a 2 or 3 minute song, a hit song maybe.
2 or 3 minutes.
Well, I'm just saying. The first one was 2 or 3 minutes, right?
Not really.
It was very nice. Let's just move forward.
Gardeners are being encouraged to use an unconventional resource to help bolster their plants.
Yeah.
Simon Ackroyd, author and former garden manager for various Royal Horticulture Society and National Trust sites in Britain.
You can take a horticulture, but you won't learn anything. You know that? You won't learn a damn thing. You won't appreciate it.
Said if you want to grow your garden, you should be urinating in your watering cans.
Huh?
Yes,
Well, you might get arrested if you're...
Mr. Ackroyd explained that urine contains nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, 3 nutrients needed for healthy plant growth. He recommended diluting a mixture at a rate of about 10 parts water to 1 part wee, is what he calls it here.
Wee.
Wee. Is that what they say in Britain? Instead of pee, they say wee?
Piddle.
Yeah.
Piddle or wee. Yeah.
Once placed in a watering can, it can be used to treat plants once a week.
Okay.
So like a plant food, if you
Tom's
will.
way ahead of the curve on this.
Well, no.
How do your hostas look, by the way, since you
Yeah,
pee
but
on
he
them?
uses the concentrate.
Yeah, I use from the tap. But I will say, one of my dogs has toxic urine.
It kills everything he pees on?
He pees
Yeah.
in the grass, and
Is it a girl dog?
No.
Really?
It's a
All
boy
right.
dog. Yeah, that's a myth that it's only the girl
Do you
dog.
give him the vitamin that makes it not? That makes it alkaline, I think, is what you have to do.
I don't want to give him anything. I got to talk to the vet. I don't know. But yeah, one of my dogs, it just kills the grass.
Well, tell everybody what you did with your urine a long time ago.
You keep the deer from eating your hostas?
Yeah, I was told to keep the deer from eating the hostas, to pee on them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
I do that.
And the deer?
Yeah, but it's hard to get them to hold still.
Directly on the
So, yeah, directly on the
Well,
host.
here's the
this,
thing, though.
seriously.
I can hear everybody out there saying, does Tom keep his pee in jugs like Howard Hughes? Yes. Yes, he does.
Now, Pat, weren't you peeing on your plants and got nailed for public intoxication? What happened there?
Well, Josh is gone and it's not pizza jokes?
You're doing so well today. I figured you could take a quick stab. I don't know. I hope they start making their own fertilizer. That'd be terrible.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that.
Why can't we use human fertilizer, like human?
My grandpa did.
Dookie.
No.
Straight on the tomato. I swear.
Was there a transfer
I
thing,
don't-
or did he go out there and go straight on the
Right
tomato?
from the tap?
I don't know the
Can't-
story. He
oh.
was he died before I was born. It was
He
my
probably poisoned himself.
Yeah.
Nono Pasquale, and yeah, he would. It was straight human fertilizer.
Ah.
Yep.
Wow.
So what this story is suggesting is you pee into your watering can and then add 10 parts
Right.
water.
10 parts water to 1 part pee.
Oh, I thought
Actually,
it was
it
10
makes sense.
I thought it was 10 parts urine to 1 part
No,
water.
the other way, babe.
Okay.
You've been doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
That explains the sudden cat population I have.
Do you
And
own
the
a
smell.
do you own a watering can?
I do. I do have a watering can.
Why would we not have a watering can?
I don't know where it is, but I do have a watering
You
can.
have flowers on the property?
Sure. I've got a beautiful garden out in the back. Would you shut
I
up?
can't picture flowers at your place.
Do you have flowers at your place?
When's the last
Pat?
time you were at my place?
I
And it's going
slept
to be a
at- I
lot
s-
longer.
I slept at your
Well,
place.
It wasn't
man.
my idea.
Okay, the gardener that
Sorry.
suggests peeing in your watering can.
Yes.
Now, how would a lady do that?
The same way, only it comes out of a different hole.
Yeah, you just have to hover.
I mean, do you grab the spout to steady yourself, or do you hold it up? Do you hold it up high? And
Why wouldn't you just pee into something in the house and then pour it into the watering can?
Why do you think a woman
I'm
has
not going to sit on a watering can.
Why does a girl have to steady themselves to
Right.
pee? Do you think they get dizzy? What are you talking about?
My quads are pretty strong.
Because you're kind of in this crouching position. I just think it's kind of an. I mean, do you take a big bucket? Do you hover?
You said bucket.
You're the one who pees on your hostas.
But
How do you do that?
I have a more.
He has a hose.
Yeah, thank you, Christy.
Oh, that's right.
I have a spout, if you will.
Of course, I did touch the ground. I have to keep her tied down.
Have you seen the things that you can simulate having a wiener and having to urinate
Standing up for ladies.
standing up, but it also, like the erectile thing, it'll make it bigger or harder.
What?
Like after you guys have sex and
Right.
you have to pee,
Right.
and it kind of goes everywhere.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they have that for girls, so girls can understand why it's so hard to do that after sexual activity.
It's
Yes.
called an empathy penis.
Yeah, it's
You know
it's
this.
kind of like that. Yeah,
That's weird.
it is weird, but we just
What's it
realized.
called?
I don't know, but it's you just realize how hard it is for you guys to aim sometimes.
Like a water
I
wiggle?
have never heard of such
called
thing.
a
Why would I
shiwi.
care?
I know. That's what I thought. I sent a link to Tom about it, but it was that these women were trying to, like, you have to aim. And
Well, they
it's-
make faux penises to
Well,
beat
sure.
urine tests, and you got powdered urine.
yeah,
the
right.
whole thing.
And they come in a variety of colors. I remember we had that story.
Different shades.
Like
That's
people.
exactly
It's
right.
like going to Sherwin-Williams.
Right.
I'd like
They come with heat packs to warm up the urine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the story we had about the guy that was caught at a 7-Eleven?
Oh, in the microwave?
Put his pee in the microwave to get it up to temperature.
You got to be careful with that.
And then I can tell you part of this story. A certain person that we know, how do I delicately get to this? Was in a situation with a certain famous person at an AA meeting.
What?
And
Yeah, you're not supposed to say any of this.
and this famous person would go to AA meetings to get clean urine for
I
just
see.
to
For
meet
his
people.
drug
Yeah,
test?
Yeah,
to take the drug test.
yeah. Not for the
Wasn't
meeting.
really interested in helping him. So, but that can be a struggle. I'm sure. So you would then,
Well, I can tell you
Miss
feel
Hooker,
bad for the people.
Miss Hooker, you would. Well, the guy's dead.
Yeah.
Miss Hooker, you would hover over a bucket and
No.
pee into it and
I
then
would
pour
not
it.
do this.
No, I
but-
have, like Chrissy said, I have plant food.
I
I'm
have
gonna
Miracle
use that.
Grow. It works
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you don't.
But I'm sure there's some hippie lady that
yeah.
really
Oh,
is
yeah.
into
What
that.
was it? Woo woos?
Woo woo. She's
Yeah.
all woo woo, so she uses her pee pee.
What's the phrase? 1 in the sprinkler, 2 in the stinker. What is it?
What?
Something like that. No. Okay.
No, you're right, Tom.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
What is that?
I have
Actually, it's
no
one in the
idea.
pink, two in the
stink.
two
Oh,
in the
sorry,
stink.
I had it wrong. I was trying so hard. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios.
Yeah, let's take a break.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. You caught us having a party. Welcome. There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Doing good. A lot better.
You need anything?
Not right now.
You let me know.
All right, buddy.
Got those tickets taken care of?
There's
So-
Jess Hooker. What's
Hi.
happening?
I
Tickets.
Solved, I
What?
solved a mystery.
Flying. Everything's cool. Like, I'm getting to
yeah,
Florida.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Very
that's
safe.
right.
Yeah.
There's
Good.
Jeff
The boy
Hoskey.
I'm watching the dog.
Yeah.
No
Brody?
kidding?
Oh, yeah.
watching
I'm
Brody,
excited.
Okay, are we talking in code? Nothing's anyone has said makes any sense. What's
Well,
happening?
It's all shorthand.
What's happening?
Pat is going on the road. Jeff is watching
care
the
of the
dog.
dog.
Okay, now so Pat got you're going to be at McCurdy's starting
Right.
next
Wednesday
Wednesday
the 16th,
evening.
Yeah.
Are you gone
sure?
all week?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll miss
I'll be
you.
here Monday morning. I fly out Monday night late.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
The larger point here is you can go see Pat in Sarasota, Florida at McCurdy's. He'll be putting on great shows Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And Sunday.
Nice.
Wait, Chrissy, are you in Florida too?
Yeah, I may go see him.
Oh.
You don't get
Mango
enough of them
seed.
in here.
Hear the enthusiasm?
Do we have
That
Al on
sells
the phone?
tickets.
Is that, no? Okay, we don't.
Yeah,
yes, we do. There we go. There we go.
That's not the phone. It's the TV. The TV screen.
Okay. Al, it looks like you're doing a commercial for teeth whitener.
No, it looks like. Do you have Vaseline on your lens? It looks like.
Focus.
I knew. We have been trying to work. I just did a lens cleaning with the lens cleaner that I paid money for.
It didn't work.
Made it 10 times worse.
Yeah, that's no good.
Are you in a steam room?
That's the door. Isn't that the Doris Day lens? Right?
It's making your teeth shine, and you look like we're looking at you through cellophane.
That sounds like it's a win for me.
Can we not say
I just turned 48, so I kind of want a little Vaseline on the lens.
Al's shining anymore? Can we not say that?
And
please?
I notice you are wearing Cleveland brown colors.
No, they're not.
That's kind of that hideous Cleveland brown orange.
Orange and blue and white.
First of all, it's not a hideous orange. It's a beautiful orange. I love my team. We're not going to be good this year. I just as a Browns fan, I'm just every year just learn. I'm like a parent that just accepts that, this is not going to happen. This is as far as we can
in your life.
This marriage can go. This is as good as we can do.
Of the original, of the original NFL teams, if you will, who hasn't won a Super Bowl? The Browns with the Lions.
Browns and the Lions.
Browns and the Lions.
Then you've got the Texans and the Jaguars and
the Bills.
The Seahawks. No,
Seahawks. Have the Cardinals won?
Sorry.
Well, the Bills were in the AFL.
No, the Cardinals have not won. They were in a Super Bowl. Yeah. Browns have not even been to the Super Bowl.
Great Super Bowl, yeah.
And
versus the Steelers.
The Browns did win the NFL championship pre-merger.
It was 1958.
No, they won in
64.
Yeah, with Dr. Frank Ryan, who I believe just passed away. Is that right? The great Dr. Frank Ryan.
Yeah, it was murder. Yeah, they've had it with him.
Okay, I'm sorry. Our guest is comedian Al Jackson. And you can see him on the YouTube there. It's not your screen, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, real quick, Al, is that your actual real background, or is that like a blue screen you're sitting up against?
That's my real background.
So you've got a globe in your podcast studio. Is that what
it's a decanter. It's got it's for booze.
Oh, that big globe. It's
yes,
that is so cool.
The hidden bar.
Wow. I thought you want me to open it up.
It looks like a globe.
Start this party.
It is a globe.
Or
Tom.
as we would say here in the studio, open that bitch up.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there it is.
You hide your booze in there.
Love it. Love it. Love everything about it. You are the coolest man alive.
It looks like an antique globe.
Which is man, Albert.
Around the world
I
in 80
saw that.
drinks.
I used to use that when I used to drink. Man, you bring a lady over to this place, be like, "Oh, you want a drink?" You're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Unlike your last man that keeps his liquor on top of the fridge like a dirt bag, we're gonna go right in this globe here. I'm gonna level up, lady."
And then, did you ever spin the globe and say, "Ever been to this place?" I have.
Just every country just says my bedroom. Every
or Bootyville.
Yeah.
Oh, but no.
And, and I'll show you how they do it in this country.
That's right.
You might want to bite on this.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. Now, Al Anderson, you just had a great weekend with Willie G in Cincinnati.
I am so glad you brought it up. Willie G and I had such a good time. Shout out to everybody in Cincinnati / the Liberty Township area. They came out to see me and Willie G. It's so funny because the MC on the show's name was Dusty, he's a black dude. And I just said to the audience, I think it was the last show, I was like, if you didn't see any pictures of the comics, which one would you think was Dusty and which one would you think is Willie G? It was like such a beautiful... I just had one of the best weekends
it was like an Oreo
I've had in a while.
night.
So shout out to the Cincy Funny Bone. Yeah, your son is hilarious. You should be very proud, sir.
Now, the way this show works is Al is trying to help me with my elevate my hipness factor.
Mm-hmm. I think it's happening.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. You're the only one that thinks so.
How long have we been doing this?
20, 30 years.
Al is conversant in the world of hip hop. I am not. Although Al, I work out at a gym with a young fellow who is.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
He is very conversant in the world of hip hop.
Is that right?
And then I am trying to educate him into the world of classic rock. which is quite interesting. And then
this is Michael McDonald.
Well, that was one of the examples.
I bet it was.
The two will merge. I'll play him the great Michael McDonald song, I Keep Forgetting. And he goes, oh, that's whatever it is.
You're talking about Jonathan?
John. Yeah. I'm educating him into the world of classic
I didn't think
Is he a
I
black
would.
man?
No, and I'm surprised he's a hip hop guy. I gotta say.
And one of the other guys listens to one of the other trainers. Listens. I won't say his name. Listens to really crappy hip hop.
What's his name?
Tyler. But the point is, Al,
Stupid Tyler.
There's a whole vocabulary there that I need to be brought up to speed on. What have we got today?
Well, you could go to the boys in the gym today and just say, fellas, do y'all know what flued out is?
Flued out?
Yes.
Is that like flu, like the illness? Or
are you
like...
saying FLEWED or flute?
Yes. The first one.
Okay, flued out.
He flued out.
I like the way you're saying it.
Yeah, so I went to the. I went out.
You are such an alien learning our ways, aren't you? You have no idea.
I went out for the evening, and my pal Jeremy flew out.
He flew out
to join you.
Is this like once you get there? Does this mean that you got ditched?
No. It's a way to say that. Usually, it's said from the woman's perspective, and it's when a man of means flies you to wherever he is. Like, my boyfriend's got money. This guy flew me out to Vegas for the weekend.
He flew me
out. So you got flued out.
I got flued
You got flued out.
Nice.
Wow, I've been inadvertently
Now you gotta put out.
I've been inadvertently fluting out lots of other people lately.
Pat bringed up a good. If you get flued out, you got to put out.
That's right. That's how that works.
That's usually
Not necessarily, by the way.
Absolutely not necessarily. But and that's the important thing. Obviously, not necessarily.
Back off about 15%.
I don't like when people take that trip and then they get there like, can you believe he expected? It's like he can expect, yes, but you have to be able to. If a guy flies you out to Vegas, you have to
expect.
Unless y'all are just close friends.
Oh, so this is strictly in a. Oh, I thought this could involve other people.
No.
Oh, so this is strictly a love match.
It's like a date.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's sex.
So it wouldn't be like. Yes.
It's sex.
So my analysis of my buddy Jeremy and I went out. No, that would not be.
No,
I was going to give that to you
really
because
like
we are
Jeremy.
very open here on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, look, if
Love is love, buddy.
Yeah, if Jeremy and me wanted to get it on, that's fine.
That's fine.
Not my
Go to
thing.
Roger
Because
at the Mirage.
Jeremy
2025,
spoken,
have at
baby.
it.
Jeremy's spoken. Hey, did you see Pearl Jam drummer?
Yeah, the drummer, Matt quit.
exited.
Yeah, Matt
What's that all
Cameron.
about?
I've been coming
Okay.
for a long time.
Okay. So do you have one more for me, Al?
I do, Tom. It's a phrase. I need some help from you to just tell me what it means. What is the phrase, my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid mean?
Now, Al, it's interesting. I've heard the phrase, don't bring Kool-Aid to a gin party. I've heard that.
Oh, I've never heard that. I love that. When would you use that?
Most often used if you get your shot rejected in the NBA, and he's bringing Kool-Aid to a gin party.
Gotcha.
See?
I love that.
Yeah.
Don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, don't bring a knife to a gunfight, stuff like that. Yeah, it's the same, but Kool-Aid and gin.
That's nice. So what's this one again now? What is it?
My heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. Like, when would you say that phrase?
Okay, now my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is typically served cold.
Yes, like this hot show.
Yeah.
What?
So I mean that's
Yeah, if somebody if someone says, "Hey, come over, we're having Kool-Aid," will you say hot or cold? Is that what you're trying to tell
to
me?
analyze this as my heart don't pump
Come
no
on, you
Kool-Aid.
got this, Tom.
You got this.
Is this your friend trying to cheer you up after you're being dumped, and you're trying to tell him, "Hey, I'm a guy.
Real person,
I am flesh and blood. My heart don't pump no Kool-Aid." No.
I'm not cold-hearted.
Example, but you're getting it right,
It's
chick.
sweet.
You're using the wrong example. Like, when would you?
I'm not
when would you use that?
I'm not cold-hearted.
No.
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 Oh, wait, I know. This is a Jim Jones thing.
No, I don't think so.
Oh my God.
The whole
Tom.
no. Okay.
Kool-Aid. What is
Drink the
Kool-Aid?
No.
It means you aren't a pussy.
What?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it means?
Like sweet, like Kool-Aid sweet.
Like your heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. Like you're a real man.
Yeah, I'm a
You're-
real
it
man.
Pumps,
I'm a badass.
Pumps oil.
You know, like
doing
I
it.
sold him he thought he was buying a TV, but it's just a box full of bricks. You know.
Oh.
My heart
Oh,
don't pump
yeah.
no Kool-Aid.
You know what? It's like, look, by the way, Asuke coming out of right field and gunning the runner out at home plate. That's exactly the right answer. Yeah.
Like Bo
That's
Jackson.
it. Yeah, just like, look, man, like almost like the thing, blood is thicker than water. Like my heart don't pump no Kool-Aid is like, if I'm not scared of you, I'm not scared of this situation. So whatever's gonna happen, I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a person. You're gonna have to deal. You're gonna have to come see me.
I like that.
Because had it been, Al, a Jim Jones reference, Jim Jones actually did not serve Kool-Aid.
And he goes right ahead, and no one asks.
Because
no one,
Al, I'm sure
no one wants
you've
to
heard the
know.
phrase, they're all drinking the Kool-Aid, referencing the fact that all the folks at Jim Jones's little shindig killed themselves. But they were actually drinking an off-brand.
I believe it was Flavor Aid, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah. So they
How
got to
did
be.
the PR people at Kool-Aid allow that story to get anywhere? You got to cut the legs out of that story. You got to buy that story and kill it.
I mean,
no pun intended.
in the history of branding, you've got to congratulate the Kool-Aid people for getting off that one. Unlike, say, the distinction in which was it M&M's that dropped the ball in the movie E.T.
Yes. With Reese's Pieces.
That made them. So
that was Apex Mountain for Reese's Pieces, though. You never really heard from them since.
Oh, but I mean, I think that established them. But Kool-Aid, they just got handed the wrong thing, and they have to live with it. So
I went back and reviewed that movie Big for a podcast I was doing, and remember his cool apartment that he had, and it was a Pepsi machine. And I remember, I wonder how much, now that I'm an adult looking at that, how much was the bidding war to get that, because that was like every kid's dream apartment. Now, it's my dream apartment now in downtown Manhattan. He had a bunk bed, wood floors, round top window.
Yeah.
That was like the coolest apartment ever. Still.
Yep.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting negotiation.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, Al, it's always a great pleasure. Are you on the road this week or are you home?
I am. Want to tell everybody, if you're in the not Colorado Springs, I keep messing. Fort Collins. I don't know why I keep messing up. Come on, see me at the Comedy Fort this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and please, please, please continue to show love and go to my website, Nico and Jolie on Etsy, and check out. There's a bunch of new styles that I've created, so that's all there as well. So check out some clothes and come see some jokes in Fort Collins, baby.
All right. Well, that'll be cool. Go see Al Jackson live in Fort Collins. Thank you very much, Al
Love
Jackson. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is, once again, all about accessing therapy in kind of a more elegant manner because you don't have to go to a therapist in an office across town. The therapy's done online, and perhaps workplace stress has been rising for you lately. Maybe you walk in and you've got all these emails, or there's too much to do, or your boss is giving you problems, you're concerned about your future, whatever it might be. Perhaps a little sunshine in the form of some therapy would be useful for you. Therapy can help you navigate many challenges in this life that we're living. So find out about BetterHelp. The idea is the therapy is done online. So it can be done like a Zoom call, it can be done like a phone call. There are some 30,000 plus therapists working with the BetterHelp people right now. They are the BetterHelp people. 5 million people have been served globally by BetterHelp. You could be one of them. They are the largest online therapy provider in the world, and they can provide access to mental health professionals, which, by the way, with a diverse group of them with specialties in all kinds of fields. So whatever it is you might want to talk about through talk therapy, you can probably find a good match at BetterHelp.com. Go to BetterHelp.com/BT show to get an additional 10% knocked off your first month. Perhaps it involves unwinding from job stress or whatever it might be. Get all the details at BetterHelp.com/BT show. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT show. Christy Lee is at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What's up next?
Coming up, safe for swimming in America? We'll find out. Also, have you ever wondered why it's called a ball peen hammer? We'll find out.
Oh, you know this one, Chick?
William Ball and Ezekiel Peen back in the late 1890s, 1900 invented the hammer.
Or did William Ball hit his peen and name it at the time.
Billy Ball.
We'll find out when we come back to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, where this remains the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Jeff Oskey.
That's right.
Christy Lee.
Yo.
Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Jess Hooker.
Hi.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. We've got Christy Lee at the, as you mentioned, the aforementioned Silac Insurance.
And we're getting emails. Where's Josh? What happened? Well, Josh quit, and here's the official announcement.
I quit.
So there you go.
There you go.
I think he's fishing. He'll be back.
Nope.
We have Christy in her stripes
We hope he'll be
today.
back. Thank you.
I like it. They look very nice.
Thank you. New research out there shows nearly 2/3 of America's beaches experienced fecal contamination last year.
Hey, Tom, how do you feel about America's beaches?
Fat beaches.
Filthy beaches.
Approximately 1 in 7 beaches tested. Now all I can think of is bitches.
And you're hearing it in
Yeah,
your head.
thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Approximately 1 in 7 beaches.
Lousy beaches.
Sophia Vergara, what is it her name?
Vergara.
Oh,
She
she knows some beaches.
She has some beach. I worked with some beaches.
Oh, yeah.
Had potentially unsafe levels of fecal contamination on at least 25% of the days on which testing took place.
How many?
25% of the days on which the 1 in 7.
1 in
That's a
7
lot.
beaches has poop in it. Okay.
Yeah.
When I was in San Diego, living there in 1995, I found there was a refrigerator on the beach.
No.
An abandoned refrigerator, a shopping cart, a dinette set, an end table, and a lamp.
And you furnished your apartment with
And
it.
I finished my apartment. No,
Was there any,
I don't know why they would just. It was their junkyard. People would
Yikes.
throw crap on the beach.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it was sad, really sad.
The report's authors warned that swimming in contaminated water can lead to gastrointestinal disease, respiratory disease, ear and eye infections, as well as skin rashes. The Coast Guard had the biggest share of the beaches.
Well, the biggest share of
the Coast Guard.
Coast Guard, yeah.
The Coast Guard had the biggest share of beaches with at least an unsafe day in 2024, reaching nearly 85%, followed by the West Coast with 80%, the Great Lakes with 70%, and East Coast at 55%.
Oh, the Gulf Coast had
yeah,
the
the
biggest.
Gulf Coast.
Not the Coast
did
Guard.
I say the Coast Guard?
I couldn't figure out what the Coast Guard is. They're running beaches now?
That's what I was thinking.
They're very brave.
Wow, sorry.
Did
Where
you
did I
know-
get Coast Guard out of there?
Did you know, Tom, you can't see the other side of Lake Michigan? Did you know that?
Yeah, I lived on it most of my life.
I found that very surprising.
Yeah.
They tell me it's a lake, but I can't see the other side.
Do you have a song for us, Pat?
Oh, about that, the medical waste and all that stuff? Of course I did. Because I lived an hour from the beaches.
Yes.
But this isn't necessarily medical waste. This is about like
Fecal waste.
yikes. But yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. They do that annual New Jersey. You were part of that, right?
Beach cleanup?
The famous New Jersey beach cleanup, and they get literally,
Medical
thousands
waste.
of pounds of.
But a huge problem
It's-
with the fecal bacteria also. That was a major issue in
I bet.
Atlantic City and stuff like that.
I've seen Snooki. She's probably duped in the
dookie.
Talk about beaches. Snooki. What is it?
Snooki.
Is she a big beach or is that
No, she's a little tiny
beach.
beach.
Oh, she's a little tiny beach.
She's only like 4'10".
Okay. Well, what have you got, Pat?
Well, when I lived there, I was afraid to go into the ocean. As nervous could be. I was afraid to go into the ocean because of that sight in the sea. 2, 3, 4, tell the people what you saw. It was an itsy bitsy kind of soupy yellow cornfield piece of poopy that I saw in the ocean today. A teeny weeny brown zucchini, undigested tortellini. So on the beach I wanted to stay. 2, 3, 4, stick around, I'll tell you more. I was afraid to go into the water because of the fecal bacteria. And I heard about the medical waste
and the surrounding hysteria. 2, 3, 4, tell the people what you saw. It was an rusted crusted 12-inch hypo, big old needle, big old needle used for lipo that I saw in the ocean today. In itsy bitsy kind of soupy yellow corn-filled piece of poopy. So at my home pool I'm going to stay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Patty G.
And they're going to have to stay at home in Paris, apparently, where parts of the Seine are temporarily closed to swimmers. Officials closed off the river to the public over fears of fecal contamination due to heavy rains. This is just one day after they'd reopened.
They just reopened it for the first
the
time
public.
ever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The water would be assessed daily, by the way, for the presence of fecal bacteria, adding the river would likely close whenever it rains. Paris city official Pierre Rabadat said flags will be informing bathers every day about pollution levels. Oh, my God.
Oh, the brown flag is up. You want to stay out of the ocean, out of the river.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah.
Because didn't they spend, I want to say it was over $1 billion cleaning up the river for the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then I remember during the Olympics they kept testing it, and then at one point they didn't think they'd be able to swim in it.
Right.
So I guess
whenever it rains, this is
when it rains a lot, the storm sewers and the regular sewers merge or something.
I read a really great book about I know this. You guys are going to go, what? I read a really great book about the Seine River and how it where it starts and how it goes up, and it's become a real popular bathing place. And when you get in other places away from Paris, it's a beautiful.
And is it the River Seine or the Seine River? Anyone know?
I don't know. Seine River.
I never
Seine.
heard any follow-up as far as anybody gets sick from competing in that at the Olympics.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I remember they didn't they have to postpone a couple events, but they eventually did.
Initially, they had trouble getting it started, but then they were fine, I think.
They got a little lax on.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and just really, do it. Yeah.
I'm happy to see that the French are bathing.
The river is very important to them. A lot of people enjoy swimming in that river.
That's right. I'm glad they've reopened it.
Yeah.
You have to put your cigarette out to swim in that?
Is there any stereotype you're not aware of?
No.
Okay.
French, smoke, B.O.
Right.
Very good.
Giving up.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Hey, you ever
English, bad teeth.
Right.
Okay, keep
horrible food? Go on.
Boil it.
Okay.
A piece of meat. Let's boil it.
Should I post the picture of the fish and chips that I?
Yeah, we can. That's,
absolutely.
That's
yeah.
I thought you did already.
I
no?
was mind blown.
Yeah, it was
awesome.
I went. I was in England visiting my sister over the weekend, and
terrifying.
We went to this place, and I ordered fish and chips, thinking, fish and chips.
Right.
It's going to look like Mrs. Paul.
It's going to come in a basket with newspaper,
and it
right?
was about a foot long fish that was with big teeth, with its tail in its mouth, then deep fried.
One of the ugliest fish I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's very scary.
Eyeballs.
There
it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
And then you can see the French fries there in the back.
Yeah.
Right behind the iced
That looks like a
tea.
meaty fish. That looks like a lot of meat, right?
Was it tasty?
He didn't
was
eat
okay.
that. There's
Hang
no way
on.
you ate
I
that.
picked at it.
Hey, Pat, you notice anything about the bourbon there on the table? Or what?
Yeah, somebody's
tasty.
having a little party.
You
over there.
get,
That's bourbon with lemon in it.
your
the only way
mouth
to drink it.
watering over there?
A little bit.
Yeah, and a little vodka there.
It's iced tea, sans ice.
Sure.
Oh, no ice,
they don't
huh?
like,
No.
yeah, they don't
Not
like
a
ice.
lot, not enough.
Yeah, that's the only problem with England. The first thing I'm buying is an ice maker and a backup.
Have you ever wondered what the name ball peen hammer comes from?
Nope, never.
Well,
cared.
Mental Floss has the answer for you.
Okay.
Now, Jeffrey, you probably work with tools more than anybody in here. Do you have a ball peen hammer?
And
Describe it to people that aren't familiar with it.
It's like where your normal hammer is flat. It's you have your flat side, but then where unlike a claw hammer, you would have a claw. Instead, you have a rounded head.
Yeah.
A ball.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Yeah.
Use it for like bending, beating out metal and stuff and bending it type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, or getting somebody to pay what they owe.
Yeah.
Haven't used that for that.
Kneecaps and fingers.
That's
and,
gonna
yeah.
hurt. She's Italian. She knows. Go ahead.
The term ball peen hammer first printed in an 1874 mechanics dictionary as metal worker's hammer with a spherical peen. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, peen originated in Scotland and England in the 1600s and refers to the pointed end of a hammer, which came to a fine taper at the time for driving in nails.
So I always thought it was, joke about the genitalia.
Yeah, I love the term peen for wiener.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the old peen.
Peen. Yeah.
It's cute.
And the ball peen hammer
the
the
term
ball.
may be short, but the peen is long.
It's not used for driving nails, but for hitting metal,
Jeff,
shaping
you
metal.
give her the peen?
Give her the old peen?
Give her the old peen. Yeah.
If she's interested.
She earned it. Yeah.
Earned it.
Now, Pat, I understand that you, much like Josh, like to keep a clean house.
I do. Oh, you mean downstairs?
Yeah.
I like to trim
you
a
refer
little
to
bit.
yours.
Whoa! This is new information.
Trim?
Yes.
Not shave.
You refer to yours as the bald peen hammer.
Oh, the bald peen hammer. I see where you're going.
Yeah, Josh wasn't here. He had to pick on you. Of
course.
You write a good joke for Josh, and he doesn't show. I'm sorry.
You've had the ball peen hunk since Monday.
I've been
think.
hanging on.
Yeah.
And hanging on.
That's
Trying
what
to
I
figure out,
thought.
how do I adapt it? I can never imply. You can't imply
I
that
know.
Oscar's shaved down there. My God, he'd shave. He'd have 5 o'clock D shadow.
You have to be trimmed. Wait a minute. You have to be trimmed, though, right? With all the hair you have?
No, he doesn't. No.
No,
No?
I guess not. If he doesn't trim his face, you think he trims his pubes?
But you know, Tom,
man.
you can kick it old school. You can come over here and make fun of me, and I say I masturbate and watch porn and eat pizza.
Well,
It's okay.
see,
No, see, Josh famously.
Until Josh gets back.
Josh famously did a Brazilian. What did he call it?
Brazilian.
He waxed
waxed
everything.
baboon.
Yeah.
The baboon,
Baboon.
Where he had both his front and his rear waxed. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine why anyone would do that.
I would not do that.
No.
But
I'm like
Sexual
Pat, though.
pleasure.
so the joke would work if Josh whips out the bald peen hammer. You see, how
Do you
clever
bring
and funny
yours
that
down to
is.
the hardwood?
No. I keep a nice house though. I don't like to
okay.
let it get wild. Yeah.
Yours is
I
wild.
braid mine in a French braid.
I assume that yours just looks like hairy underpants down there. Like it's just.
No, I was just. I thought you were going to say.
Nickname is Harry Underpants.
I thought you were going to say the guy from Harry Potter.
You've got such a bush down there. Is what I'm thinking.
Oh,
It looks
Does it
exactly
stick out of
like
your underwear?
I bet it's
like a lobster.
bikini spiders for days down there with you.
Poor Jeff.
Just hanging out.
I can't wait till I'm walking through the mall. Hey, there's Harry Underpants.
You
what
are
about
blushing.
I thought you were going to say Hagrid, from Harry Potter down there.
No.
What about your ass? Hairy ass or creamy?
Do you have hair on your butt, too?
Yeah, man.
Dude, I bet it does. It looks like a whole pair of hairy underpants down there, front and back.
Probably.
Didn't we have something? I just remember.
Yes,
something.
Tom.
We had a news story about a suit. Remember this about a
Human hair
a
suit.
suit made of human hair?
Yeah.
And I forget there was a reason
Sickos.
for it.
I don't know.
But it was actually kind of like a classic.
Yeah, we talked about it, 'cause
Brooks
there's-
Brothers suit, but made of human hair.
And there's a woman online who has an account, and when her hair comes out while she's washing it in the shower, she makes portraits with the hair on the shower
yes.
wall.
Yeah, I remember
that?
her.
Yeah. Ugh.
Well, I'll try to dig those up, and we'll
No,
come back.
it's okay.
But right now, it's time to talk about our friends at Simply Safe.
Peace of mind. What would you pay for that? Well, it's available from Simply Safe, a system that works to prevent that break-in from ever happening in the first place. That's true security. That's why I trust Simply Safe to protect my compound, have for decades. And we use Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studios. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection. It helps stop break-ins before they happen. Simply Safe has AI-powered cameras and live monitoring agents that detect suspicious activity around your property. You have a lurker, a suspicious subject walking around your compound. Simply Safe agents can turn on spotlights and talk to that lurker in real time and even call the police, proactively deterring crime before it starts. Simply Safe named Best Home Security System of 2025 by CNET and ranked number 1 in customer service by Newsweek and USA Today. And monitoring plans start at around $1 a day and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Visit simplysafetom.com to claim. Get a load of this offer, 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and your first month free. 50% off, first month free. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
We may continue our hunk O'Hare when we come back to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, and it's
solved a problem.
It's official. Everybody in the studio hates everybody else.
That was a fun commercial break.
Am I correct on that?
We don't hate anybody.
Or maybe it's me.
We all made fun of you.
Yeah. That's what.
I got some good tips on how to buy shoelaces.
And if you didn't hear, Tom has Amazon on his phone.
Yeah, he has Amazon on his phone.
I got Amazon on
I
my
have
phone.
Amazon on my phone.
I think everybody has Amazon on their phone.
Oh,
don't they?
then I'm not so special.
And then he followed it up with, I know what's up.
I'm just trying to buy some shoelaces.
What
and
do you
I-
need shoelaces?
I went to Walmart and they didn't have any.
No.
They didn't have the ones you wanted.
And you have your own tip maker, don't you? Your lace
Yeah,
tip?
what happened to your little tip maker thing?
I have that.
You've never used it.
You got a crimper?
No, I got it's
I have a crimper. I make my own shoelaces.
They're like
sometimes.
little rubber sleeves, and then it comes with like this kind of
and a heat gun.
Heat gun.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and then you can.
I've got that too. Yeah.
You should start a YouTube channel about the way you make your shoes.
You two should have a podcast about laces.
No, I bought these shoes, and
Tom, remember when you asked me, what do you think about Pat Godwin being on the show
And I said-
every day? And I said, I don't know, maybe once or twice a week. Maybe
yeah, sure,
that would
maybe
be good.
send them back out on the road, send them on the ships.
Yeah, put him on the ships.
No.
He won't notice. And here he
Please
is.
don't
I need
send
Pat
me back.
here.
Please don't
Let's
send
move
me
forward,
back.
please.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program.
Good idea.
I bought these shoes, and they come with these like pre-laced laces.
Yeah, and they're like
I don't like them. So you slip. I want to get
they're
regular
like
shoelaces.
guitar string laces that cut your hands when you try
They're
to lace
already-
your shoes.
It's like a paracord.
I love those. You slip
Yeah.
them right on. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I don't like these. I want to get some regular shoelaces. I don't have any.
They stink on
So I went to Walmart. They didn't have any.
made of plastic.
Anyway. So let's get away from that. I did solve a mystery though.
What was your mystery?
I bet
Tell
you
us,
didn't.
Nancy Drew.
I have to explain this. And this is going to tie into a news story.
Whatever
we
you
had.
got, Hardy boy. Go ahead.
Chick, you'll like this because this does involve driving on the other side of the road in England.
Okay, I'm in.
Now, it involves the toilets here in our building.
Yeah.
Now, you'll see.
This is not a mystery I want to know about.
Yes, no. This is important.
Oh, did you hear Monday, was it? Oskay
Oh,
wrecked the women's room.
Okay, by the way, I work with this jerk every day. I know how he can wreck a toilet. You guys
Yeah,
leave
you guys
it.
go
you
home.
guys leave
You
at
have
10
no
o'clock.
idea what
She's
happens
pointing
in
at
4
Oscar.
hours.
Here's the situation. And we have this building was built in 4 separate sections. The building that we're in has 2 toilets, and it used to be there was a ladies' room and a men's room, and the ladies' room happens to be right next to Josh's office.
Per his request.
But it's the further one away.
The story's
But now
already
they are in the contemporary world. It's okay to have a so-called unisex bathroom.
Right.
So we have proclaimed them. They're either
Anybody can go to
Yes.
They kind of were before.
Now,
However, we're all old men, so we tend to go in the men's and the ladies. We know which is which.
But we have been informed that apparently when it comes to major transactions, more people are using the ladies' room.
That's
yes.
And
100% true.
I figured
Yes.
out why.
Why?
In the ladies' room, because the toilets are back to back.
Right.
In the building.
Right.
Because that's how they
Plumbed
plumbed it.
No, because you can encourage each other.
But no, but if you're in the ladies' room, your right hand has access to the tools you need.
If you're right-handed.
Well, most people are right-handed, 9 out of 10. And now, how does this apply to driving?
Okay.
We found out that the reason that when they first created automobiles, they put the driving unit on the right side because, do you remember why?
Because they didn't want passengers getting out in front of moving traffic. They wanted the passengers to get exit near the edge.
Oh, that's nice.
Near the curb.
Near the curb.
No, it was because
Yes.
That's exactly what it was.
Exactly what it
it
was.
was
There's
because
a story.
with horse-drawn carriages, the person driving the carriage would use their right arm to whip the horse.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't want the person.
And they would drive the horse with
They
this.
would drive.
Yeah, yeah.
They would hold the reins in their left hand and whip the horse with their right hand.
Okay,
This
but that
story
doesn't
should've-
make any sense about why they put the car on the right or why you drive on the.
That's why the British did it, because they came
Well,
up
that's
with
not what you.
Why did you tell the story about the toilet?
No,
I'm so
because
lost.
the people are using the right. That would be
Henry Ford put it.
the right-handed toilet. So consider when you go to the toilet, this is now your whipping arm.
No,
Oh, my God.
There's 4 minutes I'll never get back.
No?
Oh my gosh,
It's perfectly sound logic.
Alan, you need
Can
to
we
edit
call
all
it
this
your
out.
wiping arm instead of your whipping arm?
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's the reason more people are gravitating toward that one. For
I
major
just think it's
transactions.
nicer in our bathroom.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. You guys have pissed all over. Oh, can I say that? All over the walls.
No, you can't.
No. You probably shouldn't say piss, but that's what happens, all right? You can't argue with truth.
Yes, there is someone in this building, and I don't know who it is, that must have a water wiggle
I do.
for a unit because they can't seem to find the bowl.
I beg your pardon.
I don't think that's it. I think it's just hate. It's just hate peeing all over the floor and the wall.
Yeah,
You do it on purpose,
it's
right?
the way I get even. I hose that seat down, by God.
That has to be a thing for some people.
It is. It's for him.
Oh, a sexy thing?
No. And I'm going to pay you back by.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you've heard the phrase,
Yeah,
I'm going to pee on your grave.
Yeah.
Have you had a lot of flat tires lately, Tom?
Not only is the tire flat, it smells like chick's pee.
Oh, right.
You suggested it.
I did, didn't I? No, I didn't suggest.
Wow.
You suggested.
Sorry.
We've established that. I think I'm correct.
I think that it's just the ambiance and the look and the feel and the smell is just more comfortable in the women's.
It does smell better. Just
That's
basically smells
Now
better.
you're aware that Godwin in the early morning always comes in and goes to the ladies' room.
Like Rose Kennedy.
He goes to the way back.
I go to
He does now, he's going way back.
You used to always
Yeah,
go
used
to
to
the
go
ladies'
long
room
time.
in the other part of the building all the
Well,
time.
I also think, though, that we tried the men's room first, and
Yes.
the men's room a lot of times is occupied, which is what led me
To
to
that?
ruining Christy's bathroom.
But it's
that
not my
day.
bathroom. It's just.
But I tried the men's room first, and somebody was in it.
Well, then
and
why didn't
so
you go to the other
So
men's
you're
room?
saying
It's
you don't
been
prefer having right-hand access to the...
Because this is a one-holer, the other one people can walk in on you while you're...
While you're making that.
No, I'm sorry.
You gotta have a lock.
Don't you really? You'd rather have right-hand access?
Well, I'm left-handed, so no.
I rest my case. No
What?
wonder you like to use the men's room. You're
Congratulations, you've engaged me in another story that I don't want any part of.
welcome. You're welcome. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid fire takes
and a lot to get to, and I'm not sure you're going to like all of it. Honestly, I don't even care if you like all of it or not. I have a job to do.
Scorching debates.
On any given week, you have lots to beef about. Take advantage of it. Get up in here.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
She's not my fault. We will get to all of that.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
Get up in here, and we'll beef later on. What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
You've been warned.